Welcome all to NFL Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Man, we have massive football games popping off in 2 hours and 29 short minutes. We have a great crew for you guys here. We have Bobano hitting leadoff, Salty Pete fresh off of a 5-0 plus 6.94 unit performance in the wild card round. We have Justin McKelvey, the wager detective, LJ from H-Town, Big Mastro, who has never had a losing show with us. Big Mastro. The Sweaty Butcher. We have Billy Brisbane. We have Dutch Boy Fresh, Kong's Clips, and the Goracle closing things off. Great to see all the cappers in the chat. He No Ball, Zo Cold, Maiden Philly, John Bennett, Elmore, Marco Carrasco, Bill Siebert, Johnny Butler, Gravy Bets, GB9 on the grind, Lucky Power in the house. Great to see all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We have enormously important football games about to pop off. After our Wednesday night bankroll blitz alongside Troy Torrance, only made one move. Only one move. It was just the first half under 20 and the full game under 41 in Houston, New England. Since then, I've added two bets. I'm on the Buffalo Bills plus 2.5 at minus 121. I bet that about an hour ago. And I'm on a parlay with the Buffalo Bills plus 2.5 and the Rams money line. I am interested in the first half under in the Rams Bears, but like I talked about quite a bit, their wind is minuscule. Now we are down to 7-mile-per-hour winds again. We've never, ever seen it more than 12 or 13, but now we're down to 7. I expect that total to climb, and I'm holding off there. I'm also interested in the over in the 49ers Seahawks game. I'm very interested in that. You know, we've had two extremely low-scoring games, but I've held off of that. Now, it's possible that we discuss that here and I end up moving on it, but I have held off of that spot. I feel like, you know, it also moved from 45 to 44 today. Am I trying to get too cute? I question all of that. We got Nut Flush Allen in the house. Spenny Penny Bombs. Los Chudy ready to get to work. Spenny Pendergrass. Dalton Kincaid over 34.5 receiving yards, 40 plus, 50 plus, and a touchdown. Troy Franklin over 29 receiving yards, 30 plus, 40 plus, and a touchdown. Bo Nix. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel touchdown. And Lil Jordan Humphrey touchdowns here for our guy, Spenny Pendergrass. I will copy and paste all of that. I'm pumped up. I'm very excited about all of this here today. Excited to have everybody here jumping on with us. We have a massive, massive show. Let's talk about the most important injury situations that we see, and we'll go through them here. We'll go game to game here for the most important injury situations. Bill Siebert says he wants to get on Seattle minus 6.5, but worried about Darnold's oblique injury. It is wild that came up out of nowhere. Walla Dose in the house. There's Ronnie Lofton. Great to see you guys. So, as expected, the Buffalo Bills injury report really broke the way we thought it would. There's Dizzy in the house. Yes, Dizzy, we can see you. So we have Maxwell Hairston and Jordan Poyer out for the Buffalo Bills. That was expected. Terrell Bernard going to play. DeMar Hamlin, you know, coming off of IR. I mean, we're all more excited about Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel, which we'll get into. But DeMar Hamlin, we're not sure what kind of percentage of snaps he will play. But with Poyer out, it's important that he's back. We have Ty Johnson returning. Ed Oliver was the big piece. That was the reason why I ended up moving on futures, 5 or 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, because I was really excited about Ed Oliver adding to this defense. And then Curtis Samuel adding to this wide receiver group that's just banged up. There's our guy Sham, the dog catcher. Our guy Sham, the dog catcher, celebrating his 40th birthday today. Happy birthday, Sham. We will look for birthday picks, the best picks available. Bill Siebert is on Buffalo Moneyline. Look, I've got futures on them, and I had no problem taking the 2.5 minus 121, honestly. I'm betting more on this game than a unit, and, It's just my own sense of calm is what it gave us. Rude boy in the house. Great to see all of you guys. But I like the Buffalo money line. This Broncos team is extremely healthy, and we have Dre Greenlaw back for the Broncos. Remember what happened last year when the Broncos got destroyed by the Bills? 210 plus rush yards for the Buffalo Bills, 120 from Cook alone. We know they're going to try to stop that. Irish King ready to get to work. Let's talk about the 49ers Seahawks injury situation. Fred Warner is not putting on a cape. And look at that. Nutflush saying, try to find Hawes over a half reception. Copied and pasted. Thank you. So for the 49ers, before we get into our first guest, we have Bobano hitting leadoff, and he has been so spectacular this year. Let me just copy and paste all of this. Fred Warner's not putting on a cape and coming back. Ricky Pearsall is going to play, and D. Winters is going to play. So there's some help there, but unfortunately, no Fred Warner. On the Seahawks side of things, they're a really healthy group. Chaz Surratt is out, a depth linebacker. But Sam Darnold coming up with the oblique injury was wild. Also, for the 49ers, Trent Williams carries no injury designation. This has been a wild situation following along here with the Darnold injury. Came out on Thursday. They obviously didn't play last week. It caught us by surprise. There's Penny Bomb's action here on Barner receiving props. Let's talk about the Texans New England Patriots because there's big news there. Big news there. We have Nico Collins out. And that was what we expected, but we thought it could be a wash because Christian Gonzalez would be out as well with a concussion. That is not the case. Christian Gonzalez is available. He is cleared concussion protocol. Morgan Moses also, he carries no injury designation, so that's a right tackle. He will be available to attack Thomas Maggio on the Pats here. No ball Bills money line, Niners plus 7.5, and the Niners money line. For this Rams-Bears spot, we have a pretty healthy situation. The main thing is that Kevin Dotson is back. This was the third highest grade lineman over the regular season. He will be in. Rome Odunze is questionable, but he practiced fully on Friday. So Rome Odunze and DJ Moore are both good to go. And I think the bigger part of this all is the weather. The weather looking really good. The weather all of a sudden looking really good. Well, it's cold. It's the coldest day of the year in Chicago. But the wind going to be minimal at this point. Spenny Sango Dunze said he is going to play. We expect him to be in the lineup. We have Spenny Penny Bombs dropping his action here as well. Thank you, Spenny, my friend. So Spenny's action is in here. So those are the key injury news, and we will go over them again with each individual game. We got Hino Ball dropping his action. Thank you guys for joining us. These games get no bigger, and after this weekend, there are only 3 games left. We must soak up every opportunity here we have to get that cash in the National Football League season that has been very, very good. Now, where has it been great? With our first guest. An absolutely spectacular performance by our first guest. He is our Season 2 champion. And right now, he is leading Season 5, 122 wins, 71 losses, plus 42.78 units. We have the wild card round was another winning day for our next guest. In fact, we are now 6 straight weeks of winning days, starting week 14, where he went 10-1 plus 8.8 units. These 6 weeks have been absolutely spectacular. And we have him hitting leadoff right now. Thank you guys for joining us. This is the Divisional Round NFL Pub Hub, and I am producing the show as well. Shout out to our guy Victor for setting up the graphics for us. So if I'm behind on the graphic, just let me know. But I will do my best to stay atop of everything. Please welcome our first guest, star of the Ice Guys, star of the NBA OG show, and star of the Hitting the Books YouTube channel, looking to be our first 2-time champion of NFL Pub Up. Please welcome from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Canada's black and yellow steel town, Mr. Ian Cameron to the show. Bobano, how are you, my friend?
Yes, indeed, Jimmy. Let's hope I'm not the Atlanta Falcons with a 28-3 lead over the New England Patriots several years ago as far as this lead is concerned.
Yes, I remember the great Tim Steeves, whom I miss so dearly, was heavy on the Falcons and was heavy into the soup. He was so, he got there way early, was drinking so heavy. And we sent him in a cab at halftime. And he was he was a winner. He had the Falcons. He was calling us all names. He was counting his cash, and we sent him home. And we always wondered what happened when he woke up. What happened when he woke up? Bobano, it is great to have you. Let's roll. We start with the Buffalo Bills, 12-5, 5-3 on the road to Denver Broncos, 14-3, 8-1 at home at Empower Field, Mile High, Denver, Colorado. Now, the weather has gotten colder. So we've gone from about a 51 that we thought was going to be there on Tuesday. Then it was a 45 we thought on Thursday. Now we are down to 38 Fahrenheit. It is sunny, and there is no wind to speak of. We're talking 3 mile per hour winds. Let's get into the line history for the first spot on the board for Bobano. We'll start with the point spread. This is a +1 at -110 across the board. It opened up -1.5 at -113. When we get to the money line, it tells a similar story. Buffalo Bills are -101 right now. They opened up at -123, so 22-cent move. Then let's get into the cash flow here for this one. Cash flow wise, we have 59% of tickets, 51% of the cash on the Buffalo Bills, 74% of tickets, and 74% of cash on the under. I heard from our great Dennis Garcia, who says the under is the best bet on the board this weekend. I moved on the Buffalo Bills +2.5 at -121. I moved on the Buffalo Bills +2.5, parlayed with the Rams money line at +176. And I've not moved on the total in this one, but I understand it. I understand the thought process behind it. But I want to hear from you, Ian Cameron, our runaway leader in NFL Pub Hub. You've been absolutely spectacular. We are all ears. Divisional playoffs, Bills, Broncos. Take it away.
Yeah, this is a great game to start. I mean, you've got obviously a rematch of the wild card last year. Buffalo, obviously, with the win against Jacksonville. Denver with the bye, looking to show that they're ready to take a step after getting bounced by this Bills team, and bounced pretty handily, 31-7 last year. It was for the Buffalo Bills over Denver in the wild card round at Highmark Stadium, the now defunct Highmark Stadium. 471 total yards that day for that Buffalo Bills offense. So they know they can have success against this Denver Broncos defense. When you look at this matchup here, if I'm Denver, I know Sean Payton can be stubborn, and sometimes the run game, he kind of gets away from it, and he tries to make Bo Nix into a pocket passer and throw it a little too often. But if I'm him, you got to stick to it. Even early, if you only get a couple of yards, you got to keep feeding R.J. Harvey, because this Bills run defense is the weak link. Now, they haven't always been a great run blocking team. I think if you stick to it, and Jacksonville showed that last week, that Travis Etienne was able to rip off the bigger gains later in the football game. Now, Ed Oliver back will help that. There's no question. I mean, that is significant. He can get after the quarterback, and more importantly, he can play the run. So that is a big deal that he's playing for the Bills. There's no question that should help. But again, the run defense is going to be something to watch for. Bills are banged up in the secondary. They are. I mean, Max Hairston's out again. Jordan Poyer left that game last week. He's not playing. So covering the receivers down the field is going to be a bit more of a challenge now for this Buffalo defense. And a Buffalo defense that, as that game wore on against Jacksonville, we saw them start to struggle, and Lawrence got going, and there was a great rhythm going. And if not for, Buffalo last team with the ball last, it could have been a different result, because it wasn't really the Bills defense that won them that game in the fourth quarter. It was Josh Allen going down the field, scoring the game-winning touchdown. I think Denver can have success moving the football. I still have questions about how good this Buffalo defense is. We saw them give up points last week. I am about to rip a ton of holes into this Denver defense. I don't think they're that special. I don't think they're that great, this Denver Broncos defense. Let's do a recap of the back half of the season. From November 30th onward, they played Washington and Marcus Mariota, and that defense had their hands full. Couldn't get stops. Mariota and the Commanders went up and down the field. They scored 26. After that, they played Las Vegas. They played a pretty good game. They only gave up 17, but that's Geno Smith, a horrible Raiders offense, one of the worst offensive lines I've seen. I'll skip over the next two games and go to the last two games. Kansas City on Christmas Day, Chiefs out of the playoffs, didn't care anymore. Chris Oladokun at quarterback. You can't give Denver any sort of credit defensively for that performance. None. Zero in that game against Kansas City. Chargers in the final week of the regular season. Trey Lance starting for arrested Justin Herbert. No offensive starters to speak of, and they only scored 3 points. Can't give Denver's defense credit for a great performance there. The two offenses with any sort of heartbeat, any sort of pulse, any sort of decency were Green Bay and Jacksonville, and they played those two games here in Denver. They gave up 26 points to the Packers. Jordan Love's going up and down the field against that overrated Denver defense. Christian Watson gets hurt in that game. He's out. Zach Tom, one of their best offensive linemen, got hurt in that game. He went out. And that's when the Green Bay offense stopped working against Denver. And that's when that game turned around. Before that, the Broncos couldn't stop the Packers in that game. And then let me go on about Jacksonville and how bad that defense was against Trevor Lawrence. Up and down. No pass rush to be seen from the Broncos. Lawrence had a field day, almost 300 passing yards against that Denver defense. This is an overrated defense. I don't see this great, elite, spectacular defense that everybody else sees. I see an overrated group and the two offenses they faced with any sort of a pulse, Jacksonville and Green Bay, two playoff teams, two playoff quarterbacks, they got ripped apart. I like this over. I don't get the love for the under, quite honestly. I think we're going to see points in this game, just like we saw the Denver-Jacksonville game fly way over the total, just like we saw Green Bay-Denver fly way over the total. I think both of these teams are going to have success offensively, and you can't ask for better weather in Denver. You kidding me? Mid-January, great temperatures, no wind, no precipitation. Really, really like this over. This is my best bet of the weekend. It would have been Rams Bears over if the weather forecast wasn't so grisly, but I like this one quite a bit here. Over 45 minus 112. We'll lock that in, and I like Buffalo with you. I think this is going to be a close game. I think both offenses should have their share of success, but I think it's going to be close down the stretch, and I want the ball in Josh Allen's hands in a close game down the stretch. So I will be on Buffalo plus 1.5 minus 105.
You are in business here. AM agreeing, saying you just want a little lower for him to get on the over. Saturated also on the Bills money line, and he's on the over 44.5. I hear absolutely what you're saying, and I do,
Does that strength of schedule of the offenses they face down the stretch, Denver, it just seemed to me like the only really, really good offenses they played are the two teams that ripped them, Jacksonville and Green Bay, down the stretch. Everything else was a backup quarterback or a shitty football team. That's what I saw.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm going to stay off of the total, although I love how strong you are, how bullish you are on it. I'm with you on the Buffalo Bills here. Greenlaw is returning for the Broncos, and him and Talanoa Hufanga. I mean, they were brought in because of what the Bills did to them last year. Will there be any difference? We shall.
That's true. While I'm on my soapbox, Greenlaw will help them. He will. His return.
Yes. And we haven't seen him, I believe, since week 15 here. But the question that, and you touched on here, is why did Cohen not run the ball more? I mean, Etienne and Tootin combined for 118 yards on just 14 carries. It was a shocking situation here. And we know, and you mentioned it, the tendency for Peyton to get away from the run. We'll see if that happens here.
And for people liking the under, I get it from a game plan standpoint, because I think Denver should try to run the football a lot. But when Buffalo gives up 20, 30, 40-yard gainers on the ground, often, suddenly those big gainers can, quell how slow the pace is if you're giving up big yardage.
No, I'm so excited about this football game.
Yes.
I have the future on the line here, and it is an important one for me. Bills, Broncos, over 45 for Bobano, and the Bills plus 1.5. We roll on to sorry, I screwed that up already, man. We roll on to our next spot on the board. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, San Francisco 49ers 12-5, 7-2 on the road. Seattle Seahawks 14-3, 6-2 at home at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. 48 Fahrenheit, sunny, 4-mile-per-hour wind. So Look, I knew I was sort of romanticizing things when I dreamt of Fred Warner putting on his cape and returning to the game here this week. If they can somehow get past the Seattle Seahawks, he will be back next week. Ricky Pearsall and D. Winters going to be in the lineup, but the big story, well, Trent Williams also ready to go, no designation. That is big. But the big story, of course, is Darnold's oblique that seemingly came out of nowhere as a practice injury that came out of nowhere. He's not been taking first team reps. It was just a wild bit of information that we all received on Thursday. Let's take a look at this line history here. We have San Francisco +7 at -120. This opened up at 7 -110. This got to 7.5 for a while. Now you can get the Seahawks -7 at +100, or take that 6.5 with Vig. From the total scenario, we have a 44. This move from 45 to 44 this morning. It opened up at 45.5. There was 40 some odd points scored combined in the first two games these teams played. And I'm interested in the over, but I just don't think I can get there. I just feel like I'm trying to get a little too cute with it. I respect the cappers who have moved on it. Right now, we have 53% of the tickets, 56% of the cash on the San Francisco 49ers. We have 71% of tickets on the under and 62% of cash on that under. We also have Ron Crawford NFL playoff spreadsheet play of the day. That is your San Francisco 49ers. If you're listening with headphones, you might want to turn it down a little bit. Shout out to our friend Ron Crawford. Spreadsheet play of the day is your San Francisco 49ers. AM on the over 45 and the Seahawks. Troy Torrance on the Seahawks. Ian Cameron, take it away. We have beautiful weather in Seattle. Floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, this is oh boy. This is definitely the smallest bet of the weekend, probably. But we're got 4 games. I don't want to pass on every game here. We want to give you something on it. I'm going to make a case for the Niners here with the points here. +7.5 currently at I think there were. Let me just double check on that. But yeah, +7.5 is out there still at -120 at a couple of spots. So yeah, Toonie Bet's got it, the Ontario book. Yeah, +7.5, -120. We'll take San Francisco here. Again, this is not if you're ranking these picks as far as most confident to least, I'm more confident in the Buffalo game than this. So wager accordingly. But I think San Francisco can compete in this game. I don't love, obviously, the toughest part that they're going to have to overcome is the scheduling spot. They were in Philly last week on a Sunday late in the day, and they got to come all the way back and then go on the road again and play Saturday, a short week as well. There's no question about that. But when I was impressed with the game plan and the coaching of the 49ers, Trent Williams being back, I don't think he's 100%, but boy, what a difference he still made. I mean, the left side of the offensive line was a lot better against the Eagles there in that game. And it comes down to the fact that with the Seattle Seahawks, they couldn't have played a better defensive game against Brock Purdy in this offense. They completely shut down San Francisco in that game, and yet they were still life and death to win by double digits. They barely did, 13-3, and they had all kinds of opportunities. They did move the ball in that game, but at the end of the day, they came up empty in those type of situations. Now, they're still shorthanded, very much defense, shorthanded, depleted on that side of the football. But this is me betting on a coaching staff after really having a tough day just 2 weeks ago to make corrections, to make adjustments. There's no slight to Mike McDonald, but this is his first playoff game. How's he going to have his team ready, knowing they controlled the flow 2 weeks ago? How are you ready for this game? Your first playoff, coaching assignment here. We'll have to wait and see. Not to mention, there's this weird thing going on since since they got McDonald the last 2 years. They've been excellent on the road. They've been hit or miss at home. And from a point spread standpoint, they have not been consistently a money-making team against the spread at home. In fact, this year, same thing. They're like batting 500 at home as far as ATS is concerned. You look at this series history with these division rivals. San Fran has played great football in this building, Lumen Field. 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread for the 49ers in their last 4 visits here to Seattle. I think it's a competitive game. I'll dare Sam Darnold in his second playoff start ever, when his first was a disaster, 0-1 in the postseason, and it couldn't have been worse for him last year against the LA Rams. as a member of the Minnesota Vikings. I'll just dare Seattle to have that kind of offensive performance from their quarterback, even against a defense that's, battling some injuries, to win this game again by a double-digit margin. I don't see a Shanahan coach team allowing his team to lose to the same team in 3 weeks again by double digits. So I have concerns. I have concerns that Seattle just runs the ball down their throat like they did in the first meeting with a little glass of Chardonnay and Walker, that tandem. But I think San Francisco's got some adjustments in mind, and I think that big pressure of expecting to win here for Seattle, and the bigger favorites as the number one seed in the divisional round the last few years haven't been great, especially when laying bigger points. So I will take a shot here, Jimmy, with San Fran plus 7.5, minus 120.
Quickly here, I know that it's dropped another point today, but did you have interest at all in the over?
Mild interest. The problem is, it's been an under history with these two teams. It's been lots of unders. It was a complete shutdown by Seattle's defense. Their defense, to me, is still better than the other side for Seattle. So I'm not totally convinced this is a game that goes over the total. And the number's coming down, 44.5, 44. I mean, I would say if you like the over, wait this out as long as possible. You're going to get the best number before kickoff. But I didn't get there with the over. I didn't bet the under, but I didn't get there with the over.
49ers plus 7.5 at minus 120 here for
Weather's great. I'll tell you this. If you're talking about weather, couldn't be better for an over. It's going to be as good as you could ask for Seattle. And mild, too. Balmy, 40s as far as temperature, Fahrenheit.
It's beautiful. No, there's no doubt about it. It's perfect weather. There's a lot of nice weather here. And now we're dealing with that at Soldier Field, too, with no wind. But we'll get into that here shortly. Let's roll on to our next spot on the board. We hit Sunday action, 3 p.m. Eastern, AFC Divisional Playoffs. Houston Texans 12-5, 5-3 on the road. New England Patriots 14-3, 6-3 at home at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The snow no longer. It is rain and snow at this point that is expected, but just 6-mile-per-hour winds. And of course, that can still change. We've been checking the weather constantly. We have a total of 40.5. We have had a 3-cent move to the over since it got to 40.5. It did open up at 41. I am on the under 41. I'm also on the first half under 20 in this one. From a point spread standpoint here, we have Houston plus 3.5. This opened up at 2.5 and it moved to 3.5. It moved to 3.5, 12 hours after this opened, and it's stuck at this juiced 3.5. Now you can, depending on how you want to bet it, if you want the Patriots -3, you can get it. You just have to pay for it. And just like you're paying for the 3.5 with the Texans here. The big story was there was 2 stars on a star on either team dealing with concussion. Offensive star in Nico Collins and the defensive star on the Patriots with Christian Gonzalez. We thought it was likely that both would be unavailable. Well, Nico Collins is unavailable, but Christian Gonzalez will play. Advantage Pats. Take it away. Oh, and then cash flow wise here for this one, 50% of the tickets and 58% of the cash on the Patriots. I'm looking at 3s basically across the board on the legal books, except South Point and Circa, who have the 3.5. If you're holding a Patriots ticket in your pocket, you should like what you're seeing here, that Circa has a 3.5 and South Point has a 3.5, couple sharp books. Then we have right now 79% of the tickets, 78% cash on the under. I thought this was maybe too blatant. This was maybe too easy. It kept me from betting it. I was like, well, it just seems too easy. And the public was all on it and it's not moving. And I'm just sitting here supposed to be confident. And I'm not really that confident, but I felt that I had to bet it, even though I was getting no signs from the books other than a low opening number, no sign that I'm on the right side. Take it away, Bobano. Texans, Patriots.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give you an under in this game. A team total under for this football game. I'm on New England money line. I'm not giving out New England money line at -170, but I bet New England money line at -170. And this is a playoff game. You never know. It could be still close. And I don't think New England's going to separate a ton from this great Houston defense. But I want the money line, not the -3. With New England. I don't want to be in a position where I'm asking the Patriots to win by more than a field goal, because I think this could be a field goal game, but I think New England's on the winning side of it. I do. I just think that's a huge deal, Nico Collins. I've seen enough CJ Stroud to know the vertical passing game declines. The explosiveness down the field declines when he's not on the field. And that's no disrespect to Jaden Higgins and Christian Kirk and all the other receivers they've got. But like I said, that is a big loss. And every time I've seen Stroud without Nico, his number one weapon, his go-to guy down the field, it's been a different offense. And New England's defense is no joke. They've got a pass rush too. I don't buy it that, they only look great getting after Herbert because the Chargers' offensive line had injuries. No. It's not, and plus it's not like Houston's offensive line is all that much better. Houston offensive line has had issues all season long. So I don't see Houston marching the ball up and down this field against New England. We'll see what New England's offense does against Houston's defense. I think that will be a grind for the Patriots to do it. But I think at the end of the day, at home, Drake May and his poise and his calm in the pocket will be enough to get New England victorious. I'm on the money line personally, not for an official play on this show. What I will go with for an official play from this game, Jimmy, I will turn to the team total for Houston, and I will go with under 19.5 for the Houston Texans team total. Houston team total under 19.5 minus 114.
It's possible that I get on the Patriots by the time we have kickoff tomorrow. It's possible.
Just another way of betting the Patriots and not having to lay minus 170, what I'm doing here. Yeah.
The Texans, of all 14 playoff teams, second fewest rushing yards per game this season. Patriots only allowed 30 rushing yards to the Chargers. The question is, and it always, in all games, are you going to get the outlier performance, or will the outlier performance be against you? Obviously, can anybody sit back and say, Christian Kirk's going to go for 144 yards again? I mean, that was the outlier performance. Are they going to be able to deliver it? And then, of course, the elephant in the room, that the Texans have reached the divisional round 6 times as a franchise since entering in 2002. 0-6 in those games. And we talked about it with CJ Stroud. Stroud has been so good in the wild card round, but he did have a season high turnover rate of 11.4% last
that's
week.
The key. That's going to get him in trouble. They got away with that with Pittsburgh, him playing less than stellar. Not in this spot, they will.
Stroud's 3-0 with 5 touchdown passes, 2 picks in his AFC wildcard round career. In the divisional round, 0-2, 0 touchdown passes. We move on. Bobano on Texans team total under 19.5. Let's head over to Chicago. The Windy City is not so. Now, it's been bouncing back forth. At first, I was like, look, it's not going to be windy. It's not going to be windy. My friend, AM, saying, look, it's going to be windier than we expect. And he was right. All of a sudden, I see 12, 13, 14. Now it's gone yet again. The wind here at this point is 7-mile-per-hour winds. Now, it's the coldest day in Chicago all year tomorrow. 6:30 p.m. Eastern. LA Rams 12-5, 5-4 on the road. Bears 11-6, 6-2 at home. And I got the 20-1 and the 8-1 for the Rams, a Super Bowl and conference. And look, I would really like that. I didn't get a chance to hedge with the Seahawks because I made the terrible mistake of adding the Bucs after week 5 of the season. And you can't have 3 teams in futures, 1 conference. At least that's my rule. Here we have these LA Rams minus 3.5 at minus 115. That's what I'm looking at. But we have seen 4s across the board. This book that I'm talking about right now has not ever moved it to 4. And I see 4s, predominant. From a total standpoint here, we have the 48.5. I'm waiting for this to start climbing, and it sort of has. This was a flat 48 here at this book yesterday. It moved back to 48.5 last night. And when we get to the cash flow here, we have 51% of the tickets on the under and 64% of cash on the over. We have one book that's Fanatics at 49. All of these other legal books are at 48.5. 53% of the tickets on the Rams, 59% of cash on these LA Rams. And I want the first half under, but I still haven't pressed the button. 2 reasons. One, there's already been a big move. I would have to get the flat 24 right now. But also, if the wind dies down, won't this total creep up? Let's hear. And also, it would just be a first half under, even though I've been doubling down on these unders. I'm not going to mess with what we've seen from the Bears in the second half offensively. Take it away, Bobano. I also have the Bills plus 2.5 Rams money line parlay. Bills 2.5 Rams money line at plus 176. Take it away, my man. Final spot on the board, NFC Divisional Playoffs, Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois.
This is one where, Chicago Green Bay last week's a perfect example. I I kind of thought that could be an over, and I just said, oh, no way, I can't touch it with the weather and what was expected at Soldier Field. Wind, and it was supposed to be pretty cold last Saturday against Green Bay. And now I see this forecast, and I don't see it being a whole lot worse than it was last Saturday. And what did we see last Saturday with the Packers and the Bears? We saw 58 total points in that game, and it flew over the total, sailed over that number. And if we could get weather similar to that here, and it's starting to look like it's going to be not that much worse than it was in Chicago last Saturday night for Packers versus Bears, then this game to me should go over the total, because I don't see the Bears stopping the Rams. And I know it's the cold, and there's the narrative that Stafford can't handle it. I saw Stafford almost lead his team to a comeback win in blizzard conditions last year against Philadelphia in the playoffs. And he played pretty damn good in that game. So like I said, he can play decent in this conditions, I think, and I think he's now more used to it than ever. And I think he'll play well here in this game against the Bears defense. They don't get pressure on the quarterback, and if you don't get pressure on Stafford, he can burn you. Whether it's Puka, whether it's Adams, whether it's Parkinson, there's a lot of weapons to deal with. And this Chicago team has had trouble getting pressure on the quarterback. The only reason the Green Bay offense stopped working in the second half is because Matt LaFleur had the genius move, not so much, of course, I say that facetiously, to just run the football a million times when it wasn't working with Josh Jacobs and not let Jordan Love just cut it loose down the field throwing it. That's where all the success came from against Chicago. Sean McVay will not make that same mistake. He'll let Matt Stafford cut it loose to his great receiving core. But this Rams defense, there's a reason 7 straight Rams games have gone over the total. It's not just that their offense has been great. It's their defense is not very good. It's overrated defense too, just like I talked about with Denver. They're giving up big plays. It almost looks like if you block Jared Verse and some of those good pass rushers up front, you can do damage against the Rams. Carolina and Bryce Young proved that. They didn't really have much of an answer. Bryce Young's slicing them in the secondary much of that second half last week. And Caleb Williams and Colston Loveland and DJ Moore and maybe even Roma Dunze, who might play here, they're capable of doing that against this Rams secondary. And the Bears offensive line has clearly improved this year compared to last year. So like I said, I made a big deal of the weather, and it really wasn't all that bad last week, and it flew over the total. I'm not making that mistake again here, because if the weather's even halfway decent, to me, this is just an over. It screams over to me. So I will go with over 48 in this game. See what the best price is on that right now. But yeah, that's what we'll move on here. Over 48 minus 120 with over 48. Oh, yeah, over 48 minus 120. I think, too, I will also, because I did this last week with the Rams-Panthers game, Jimmy, you remember. I think on this show I gave Rams team total over and the full game over. We did that split. I'm going to go to that split again. I think the Rams will move the football. So Rams team total over 26.5 at minus 120.
Rams team total over 26.5 minus 120, over 48 minus 120. 6 straight winning shows for Bobano, and 2 of them were massive winning shows. By the way, in that Rams-Bears game, Dotson is in, and Odunze and DJ Moore are fully expected to be in the lineup and good to go here. Let's review Bobano's action here. I love it. Let me just grab this. Here we go. We have Bobano starting his card here with the over 45 in Buffalo, Denver, and the Bills plus 1.5 at minus 105. 49ers plus 7.5 at minus 120. Texans team total under 19.5 minus 114. The over 48 at minus 120. The Rams team total over 26.5 at minus 120. Ian, you've been spectacular. Thank you for your angles and edges and hard work, consistency. Everything that you bring to the table all the time. We're very, very thankful to cap with you, my friend. Tell us what's going on. Ice Guys, NBA OG show, and of course, Hitting the Books YouTube channel. What's up this week?
Ice Guys 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, Sunday, noon Eastern. Make sure you check that out. NBA OG Crew Betting Show with Dutch Ski and Wham, Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And Hitting the Books, we're having our college football championship game preview on Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, me and Connor Mack to preview Indiana, Miami. And we've got college basketball shows now throughout the week as well, and members-only shows as well on the Hitting the Books YouTube channel. Jimmy, good luck. Everyone in the chat, good luck. Let's have a big NFL divisional playoff weekend, and we'll see you next week.
There we go. There's our guy, Ian Cameron, in the house. Our next guest, we head to the shores of Nova Scotia, Canada, where our next guest swept the board in the wild card. We've watched him gravitate towards plus money spots every single one. Cash last week 5-0 plus 6.92 units, vaulting him into the top 5 now. He's 24-19 on our show this year, 5 games over 500, but he's plus 8.67 units because of the plus money that he hammers. Please welcome our next guest, currently ranked 4th out of 33 cappers, and shout out to the Harbor Acres Cottages that give us a $1,000 bonus for our cappers contest, richly rewarded to our friends Timothy Earl and Luke Burrow, who had the most accumulated perfect weeks at 3. They got $500 each. Please welcome our guy Salty Pete in the house. Salty Pete, how are you?
Jimmy, good to see you. Looking forward to a DP. No, let's start that again. Looking forward to this divisional round weekend. That's going to be fun. We're going to make some money, and we're going to make a lot of it. Hi to everyone in the chat. It's nice to see everyone tagging along, and it's great to see everyone cashing this year. What a season it's been, Jim.
It has been. It's been our best season across the board. It's been our best NFL Pub Hub by quite a lot this year. And watching you cash has been wonderful, Salty Pete. So let's get right to work, Pete. We start in Denver, Empower Field at Mile High, Denver, Colorado. We've set this one up. Hairston is not coming back, much to my chagrin, but Ed Oliver going to be there. DeMar Hamlin going to help the Poyer situation, but good God, short week, 2 time zones against the number 1 seed who hasn't had a home playoff game in over a decade. Danger lurks, and they have last year's beatdown. Woo, this is a big one, Salty Pete. How you getting paid, my friend?
Well, listen, like you said, and cheers to Ian for all his looks. I'm a little nervous because I'm kind of not riding with him on a few of them. But yeah, you look at this game situationally, Denver, in my opinion, at least, better head coach. You've got at least a better offensive-minded head coach in that regard. And you've got a rested squad playing at home. And, they've done really good in – some people say they don't buy their defense, but I really think that they're meshing well. So all that being said, I'm on Buffalo. I really think that the better quarterback is going to make a difference in this game, regardless of all the situations. We saw Josh Allen be Superman a few times this year. I don't think there's any reason why he's not going to be able to, despite the fact that Buffalo can't stop the run, and we know the issues in Buffalo's secondary as well for the pass. I just, why is this number at -1 or -1.5? This number, based on all the X's and O's and the situation and the rest and the head coach, this number should be Denver favored by at least a field goal. So the number makes me a little nervous, but that got me to put this game into a teaser. So the way I'm looking at this is Buffalo at a 6.5-point teaser is leg 1. And then Seattle will be the second half of that 2-leg 6.5-point teaser. Seattle at -0.5 at -120. So I couldn't get to. Taking a side, I'm taking Buffalo, but it's not an official bet. I just rolled them with a bunch of points into a better than touchdown teaser that is an opportunity to hopefully make some money off this game and enjoy watching it at the same time. That's my first look, Jimmy.
And that is the Bills plus 5.5 then, and Seattle minus.
So Bills it would be Bills plus 8.
Oh,
I got Bills plus 8.
Sorry, what am I saying? I was tripping. I was thinking they were the favorite. Bills plus 8.
And then Seattle -0.5.
Yeah, my tripping there. The battle never ceases to exist, man. Last night was a late night, sitting there waiting for the Ducks to get me paid until 1:45 in the morning, which they did.
Yes.
Shout out to Beckett Seneca. What a beast. Bills plus 8, Seattle -0.5 at -120 for Salty Pete here. And again, after sweeping the board last week. We head to Seattle, Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Beautiful weather, sunny, 48, very little wind. We already set this one up. Pete, take it away, Niners, Seahawks.
Yeah, Jimmy, just a final thought on that Bills-Denver game, which helped me get to my decision. Buffalo has 100 more offensive points scored this season than Denver does. I think that matters. I think that matters in the long term. All right, so setting up here, San Francisco, Seattle. Already touched on the second part of that two-legger there. So we do have Seattle -0.5. I have another look in this game. Both San Fran and Seattle have elite special teams. And so to get to the conclusion first, I've taken defensive special teams score at +260 in this game. I think taking aside, I think Seattle's got the much better opportunity, despite Darnold's oblique considerations. You know, you got Kittle out, you got Warner out, you got San Francisco last time these guys met only putting up 3 points. I lean towards the under as well in this, and then I started looking at, well, maybe we just take the San Fran under, but no, I decided just to focus on the fact that both of these squads have elite special teams, and let's see one of them make a score. So San Fran or Seattle, special teams or defense to make a score, +260.
Going for a big score, Salty Pete here. We head over to Sunday, and we start, of course, in Foxborough, Massachusetts. My interest in the Patriots is growing. It has grown, not to the point where I've pressed the button, but I'm certainly becoming more interested in moving on them as the week goes on. I'm on the first half under and the full game under, and I was just praying that at least show me a 40 or 39.5. Give me a sign that I'm on the right direction. I know it's very public to be on the under, so I'm nervous about this spot. No Nico, but Christian Gonzalez will be in the secondary for the Patriots. Take it away, Salty Pete. Texans, Patriots.
What the hell was CJ Stroud doing last week on offense? I mean, the guy might as well have thrown the ball into a wall 10 times. He's got to be better than that moving forward. We got to see that's not the CJ Stroud that we know. I mean, he had, what was it, 8 interceptions this season, so that's his, not great. But then on the New England side, I got this haunt just keeps coming back to me. Strength of schedule. Who have they played? Everyone keeps talking about the Chargers game. And the reason why they're talking about it is because it's one of the only teams that they've played that kind of really mattered. And because they came out on the plus side of that one, people, I think, are giving a little too much credit to the New England squad. I like Houston +3. I got that at even money. And what no one talks about anymore, or at least I'm not hearing recently, is that defenses win playoffs. We always used to say that, at least, maybe that's not the case anymore. But man, the way that Houston defense can just swarm on, doesn't matter if it's the tight end, if it's the slot, if it's the first or second or third receiver, they swarm to the ball, and I think that's going to be key in this game. I think it might be a field goal game, like Bobano said, but I kind of lean like it'll be a field goal game in Houston's favor, despite the weather, all the talk about Houston being a warm dome team, etc. Nonsense. Houston's strength of schedule this year was 18th, so not end, but certainly not top. I think the Houston defense is going to be key to this game. Houston +3. I got that at even money, Jimmy.
You are in business. I was initially on the Texans. I've sort of cooled off for a bit. I'm thankful to have all this info and get to sit for 24 more hours. This game starts, the kickoff is in 24 hours and 10 minutes, Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have Salty Pete on the Texans +3 at +100. Nasty Nate says Pats by 17. Curtis Berry on Texans money line. Troy Torrance on Texans money line. Harold Williams on Houston +3. And Chris Warren on Denver running backs over 13.5 rush attempts. I mean, that makes so much sense from what we saw happen last year. And then, with Peyton saying things will be different this year. We roll on to the final spot on the board here, and that takes us to Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. We've set this game up, Salty Pete. We are all ears. How are you getting paid?
Well, I think that this is going to see. This is where Ian makes me nervous. He's taking an over on a big number, and I've taken the under on an alternate. So I just think I'm not sure where Ian's seeing maybe, but the data that I have shows me that over 18 weeks, the Rams have the best overall defense in the league. And it might not shine on the field the way that people expect it to, but the numbers back them up. And so I think that's going to limit Chicago's opportunity to score. On the flip side of things, I think that I saw a stat. I didn't verify this, but I saw a stat somewhere that said that Stafford has played in the same number of minus 10-degree weather games as the Chicago quarterback has. And Stafford's played in the NFC North forever. And the Chicago guy's been in the league for 2 years, but it's still, both of them are four games, 2-2 apiece. So I don't know. I think the cold weather might matter here to Stafford. I think it might slow him down a bit. I know you guys talking about wind, but I think when it gets kind of, -6, -7, -8 Canadian numbers, kind of like in the upper 20s, lower 30s in American numbers, I think that matters for a passing quarterback. Few hard hits, man. They hit harder. I took the alternate under 44.5, the key number at plus 148 in that game.
Wow, under 44.5 at plus 148. What an interesting way of handling things from our guy, Salty Pete.
I do have one. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Jimmy.
No,
I do have one more look that I kind of skipped over here in the Denver game. It's a long shot, but I'd like to share it if I could.
Sure.
So a quick look on this one was that Denver has had a lot of time to prep for this game. They didn't know until last weekend exactly who they were going to be playing, but they've still had some time to consider the options. I think Denver's going to have an opportunity. Peyton's a smart coach. I think the scheme is going to recognize the fact that Buffalo's run defense is somewhat limited, if not exceptionally limited, despite the fact that now we see their secondary is also, Buffalo's defense it's nice to see Ed Oliver back. But anyway, the point on this is that Denver runs a fullback offense, and Adam Prentice hasn't scored all season, and I don't see why there couldn't be a little bit of a fun run here on the ground and getting that fullback into the end zone. Adam Prentice, anytime touchdown at plus 2,000.
Plus 2,000. And that is official action.
Yeah, we're going to make it official, Jimmy.
Ooh, look at that. Our guy, Salty Pete, after going 5-0 plus 6.92 units, vaulting into the top 5, up 8.67 units on just 43 bets here on our show, adding Prentice anytime touchdown to Bills plus 8, Seattle minus a half at minus 120, defensive or special team score plus 260 at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington, Texans plus 3 at plus 100, and the under 44.5 at plus 148 alt line in Rams Bears. Salty Pete, I popped your X handle here in the chat. Stay hot, my friend. It's been fun watching you cook. It's fun when we have all these cappers that have a different route to the bag. Watching you succeed has been very interesting and educational. I love rocking with you, Salty Pete. Thank you for your time and energy here. I just popped your X handle in the chat. Any last words for the cappers supporting the show?
Greetings to everyone from Nova Scotia. It's a pleasure to ride along with everyone and see all the winning. And whether you tail or you fade, those are my looks, and hopefully they get you to a winning card. Thanks, Jimmy, for all you do. Appreciate you and everyone on the team there at PSR and all the other cappers on the dais. It's a pleasure to have you and them and the cappers in chat as company. Thanks, Jim.
We love you, Salty Pete. There he is, Salty Pete in the house. All right, we have some internet issues here right now with our guy Justin McKelvey. His internet is out. It's coming in and out, so he's trying to restart everything and rejoin us. So we'll take a look at the action that we have thus far, and maybe LJ can join us here early. I'll just send him this message now. Can you join now to LJ from H-Town here? But let's review our action from so far. 2 cappers, both in the top 5 of NFL Pub Hub. We also have Spenny Penny Bombs action that we can discuss as well. We still have a great group of cappers about to join us. I saw Wager Detective as well backstage. When he's ready to jump on, we can have him here. So Wager Detective, if you are listening right now, and I can text you as well, jump on because we have an open spot. But we have a Bobano on the over 45 in Buffalo. There's our guy, LJ. Over 45 in Buffalo, Denver, and Bills plus 1.5. He's on the 49ers plus 7.5. Texans team total under 19.5, and the over 48 minus 120. LA Rams team total over 26.5. So it looks like Wager Detective dealing with some internet issues too. That's okay. We will handle everything. It's no problem. We got a whole bunch of cappers here ready to rock. So I'll just send some messages out. But let's bring on our next guest. This man, we don't get enough of him anymore. We miss him. We miss his NBA looks, but he has been tweeting out a play of the day every day that's hitting at a very high rate. And we love capping with this gentleman. We'll see him very soon in San Antonio for Pub 5. Pub 5, not too far away. Come down to San Antonio, rock with us. Please welcome our guy, LJ from H-Town. LJ, what's good, man? How are you?
Doing great, Jimmy. How about yourself? How we feeling today? How we feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. Like the having this, the 2 most important games for me are the first and the last.
Yeah.
I'd much rather get a game to slowly ease into it all, but no, we go from 0 to 100 real quick. It is wonderful to have you here, LJ, and I know your focus here is on one game here. All of your attention on your very own Houston Texans. So let's set this one up here, and we know that Nico's out. Stroud and the franchise has not succeeded in this round.
Yes.
The Patriots here, they had their first, home playoff game and their first playoff win since they won the Super Bowl in 2018. Their fans are pumped up. LJ, I know this is the game that you are attacking. Take it away, my friend. How are you getting paid?
Jimmy, it just simply comes down to the defense of the Houston Texans. I mean, I just don't believe the Patriots will be able to overcome it. And simply because we take the ball away. And if you have a defense that can take the ball away, that's taking possessions away from the other team. So as long as C.J. Stroud does not make any mistakes, Jimmy, I believe the Houston Texans will be victorious in this game. And it just simply comes down, I'm a historical guy, Jimmy, and the fact that the Texans defense gave up under 300 points all year, historically, those teams either lose in the AFC, NFC championship or they go to the Super Bowl. You can look at history from behind. Now, not only that, the Patriots, 7 games outside of their division they played this year. They committed 13 turnovers. And mind you, the team we just beat, the Steelers, they beat them earlier in the season, 21-14. Because the turnovers, Patriots gave up 5 turnovers in that game. So, all that said, Jimmy, Texans, I believe we got all the momentum. We've won 10 straight games. And I keep going back to the defense because we played 7 games outside of our division versus the AFC. We gave up 5 turnovers, but we got 15 from the other team. So that's a big turnover differential, in my opinion. I believe the same thing is going to happen today. So 14 out of the last 15 games on defense, the Texans have had an interception. So my first prop, Jimmy, Drake May, interception, minus 109. Because I believe the defense is going to hawk them. And Salty Pete just said, our defense swarms. We have a Super Bowl defense. It's just about if CJ can just maintain the offense and not make mistakes. So I'm going to take that interception, and I'm going to take Woody Marks, anytime touchdown, plus 160. Because the Patriots, 2 out of the 3 home games they played outside the division, the running back scored a touchdown. And the last 5 regular season games, they let the running back score a touchdown. So I think we're going to be able to run the ball, be consistent with that, and just make enough plays so we can overcome. Because the defense, they may get points on their own, and the offense can just maintain. Because like I said, if CJ can just punt the ball, that's a good thing for us because you're putting the best part of our team back on the field, our defense. So don't make any mistakes. If you have to punt, CJ. But just let your defense control the tempo because we know defense travels and defense dictates the tempo. So, Jimmy, I'm on the Texans. Plus the 3, whatever number you can get me. I'm on the money line. I got plus 160. And I'm taking the Patriots team total under 21.5. I got minus 120 because the Texans haven't allowed over 21.5 points only one time on the road this season, and that was the Seattle Seahawks, which may be the Super Bowl matchup. Keep that in mind. So, yeah, Jimmy, those are my plays today.
That is exciting. Let's go over action right now. It seems that this line has been moving towards the Texans, at least of late. Let me see if I can get on the legal books Yes, I can. Beautiful. There's a couple, Superbook and South Point, hanging the plus 160. So let's get that hooked up for our guy LJ from H-Town. And then we're going to give you the points here. And we have, do you want the plus 3 or do you want the plus 3.5 at minus 120?
We can do 3.5.
We'll give you the plus 3.5. I'm going to see if I can beat the number here, get it a little bit better than that minus 120. Let me check this out very quickly. And then we have the Patriots team total under 21.5. What is keeping you off of betting the full game under or the first half under?
Simply because I don't know which team is going to dictate the offense because I don't want to have to because I know the Texans can stop them scoring, but who say the Texans have scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter or something like that to just take that over? So I don't want to have to anticipate that because our defense can get points. So if the Patriots throw an interception, we may run that back, fumble, run that back. So this score could go up either way depending on how the defenses are playing. So I just want to focus on the fact I believe the Texans is going to win this game because the defense and just, like I said, the interception and Woody Marks. I just want to focus on that. I don't want to have to be inside with a total because I don't know. It just depends.
Drake May interception at minus 109. Woody Marks anytime touchdown at plus 160. Texans plus 3.5 at minus 116. Texans money line at plus 160. And the Patriots team total under 21.5 at minus 120 for LJ from H-Town. LJ, thank you so much, man. Thank you for rocking with us as always. I'm going to pop your X handle here in the chat. Support our guy, LJ from H-Town. He's putting out action every day right now, and we love to see it on his X account. And Coin found you 1 cent better. The plus 3.5, minus 115. Let me change that right now. LJ, any last words for the Capper supporting the show, my friend?
Hey, guys, let's just get this money. Let's enjoy some football today. And everybody, wherever y'all are, man, let's cash this money, Jimmy. So, hey, have a good day, and let's enjoy.
Let's enjoy. There's our guy, LJ from H-Town. Jacqueline, reading your comment in the chat, and I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. So sorry. There's nothing that anybody can say to make it easier, but you bring so much light and positivity to our chat, and it's so important. What you do for us is so important, and I hope even in the tiny minuscule thing that we can do is be there for you through this. So we just, as a group, we send our love to your family and strength to your family. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. And a lot of the Cappers in the chat, sending love to you and to your fam. And we're thinking of you. So truly, Jacqueline, we're sorry. And sorry you have to go through this. And we are very thankful to have you in our group. Very, very, very thankful. So sending strength and love to you, and just we're here anytime, especially anything you need, any talk, anything you need, just let us know. We're here for you, Jacqueline, and love to you. Let's bring on our next guest. We had a couple of cappers dealing with Wi-Fi issues, internet issues right now. They're still working on them. But we have a ringer ready to jump on at any moment. And he's ready to jump on right now. So let's bring on our guy. He is the star of the Peter Loshak Show on Tuesdays, star of Medicate Mondays, also the star of the Tailgate on Saturdays. Please welcome a man known for his vast depth of knowledge from the North. Please welcome the Goracle in the house. Gorky, how are you?
Brother, currently the Tailgate is actually being transitioned into
basketball.
It's all about the hoops on Saturdays,
Nice.
boys. But football is still going on, so we can still refer to it as the Tailgate. Anyways, let's get to this action.
We start right away here in Denver. Mile high for Bills Broncos. We already set this game up, Gorky. Just need to hear how you are getting paid. Take it away, AFC Divisional Playoffs.
Bro, you know I love them parlays, right? Okay, this is the spot where you take the Broncos plus 1.5 and parlay it with parlay it with the Rams money line and get paid plus 114, Jimmy. You know that those numbers are soft, but that's what I get. The point is to get paid. Now, why do I think I get paid? Well, because I simply trust the offensive and defensive line, the grunts of the Broncos, more than I do the Bills. The Bills have a Superman quarterback that I knew I was in trouble as soon as the game came back to him, Jimmy, and he got the ball back with a minute 57, was it? I knew that the Jags weren't going to win. I needed that touchdown. But Liam Cohen, Duval, didn't. He settled for going for it on fourth downs and meaningless field goals.
And you expect Peyton to go for the jugular and Bo Nix to deliver.
Do you know why, though, Jimmy? Because Peyton is not 12 years old. Peyton knows what he's doing. He's a man that knows and does everything it takes to win. Hell, he's the king of, what was it called? Bounty Gate? He sat out a year because of that shit.
He has been around, and he is trying to make amends for what happened last year. Now, that was at Orchard Park. This one is at Mile High. We have the Broncos plus 1.5 tied with the Rams. We'll get into the Rams spot, but let's stay in order, which takes us to Seattle, Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington, Gorky. Niners, Seahawks, take it away.
I was talking about having these two games are parlayed up, and then the Sunday games are parlayed up. So this one is parlayed with the Broncos.
Oh, I thought you said Rams.
Seattle is.
Okay.
No.
So who is so are you tying it with Seahawks then, I guess?
Seattle and the Broncos, yes.
Okay. Broncos and Seattle money line. Talk to us about your belief in the Seattle Seahawks here, Gorky.
Defense. And as long as Sam Darnold is not Sam Darnold from the Jets, he's given me enough rebuilt confidence in him to believe that he won't be. Like, it's been 7 years or however long since he's been that Sam Darnold. Now, anyone would be garbage on the Jets. Jimmy, you bring Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers' ACL said, fuck these guys, I don't want to be here. And, I think that overall, Seattle has the better team. Now, are the 49ers able to win because they play above their pay grade? Fucking right. But that's a one-off. Am I putting my money behind a team that has me on defense, I would prefer not to. That's why it's Seattle for me all day here, Jim.
The Seahawks are being tied together with the Broncos at +1.5 for the
Yes.
Goracle. Jimmy's
Yes.
Teeth in the house. We have Big Daddy Boom, Just My 2 Cents, Thomas Maggio, Yankee, JJ, Luke Burrow in the house, and we head over
Look,
to.
I just want to say one more thing about this.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm watching this Alabama Oklahoma game and praying that I cash. Anyway, focus. If we get in a shootout where Brock Purdy can just dot the ball the way that Iowa State quarterbacks have been able to since him and Rocco Beck, okay, we might be in a little bit of trouble. But with all the injuries on San Francisco's side of the ball, they shouldn't be in this game. So they're playing with house money. But I would be betting with fire, I feel like, if I take San Francisco. Now, if that's totally wrong, then it is. And you guys get, San Francisco backers and San Francisco fans, and there will be a party at the Jimmy the Bag household.
There would be if the 49ers can manage somehow to get past this mighty Seahawks team. Broncos +1.5 Seahawks money line for the Goracle,
Yes.
which takes us into Sunday action. Sunday action here. Sorry, let me get this set up. Sunday action here. AFC Divisional Playoffs. Texans, Patriots, Gorky. What is your plan of attack?
Another parlay, Jim. Here on the first half of it, let's talk about. For me, Pittsburgh Steelers was a complete letdown spot, Jim. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers let themselves down. I thought all season long that this team would wake up. They, of course, did not. They did stick around longer than I thought they would because of the inefficiency of the offense led by Mr. CJ Stroud. Now, I believe that as a defensive man, Vrabel is able to get his guys ready to go and at worst be able to hold CJ Stroud down. Now, can you hold as much as the Texans will? I don't know. That depends for me on the flow of the game. That's all about the flow of the game. That's why I need Stevenson. I need William Henderson to be key in this. Now, don't let them run in 2nd and 7. Get it down to 3rd and 3 and get the first down on the ground. That's how New England gets this win. They don't need to play into the defense's hands of the Texans. We all know that those guys are badasses.
And how are you using the Patriots as the first leg of this parlay?
Money line, Jimmy, I'm going to parlay them with the second leg, the Rams. Now, the Rams. You Rams scare me because of the fact that it's going to be minus 1,000 in Chicago. Okay? It's going to be cold as shit. Are the Rams ready? I know that Matthew Stafford has played in this stadium many times, but have those guys around him been exposed to this? We will see. They have the better team, not currently because of the fact that the Bears are somehow still in this. That is wild. If I was not going to look at both of these games and go, the Bears in the Final Four, no way. If I'm not going to look at it that way, Jim, which is the way I looked at it, and that's why it's parlayed, I would honestly take a shot on the Bears money line. Because this team has absolutely proven everybody that they are a pretty good team. So I feel like anyone can win this game. I took what I feel is the better quarterback and best wide receiver in all of football anywhere. But if the weather is what they say it's going to be, I don't know that will be enough.
Patriots money line, Rams money line for the Goracle.
Both of these plays for me are just one unit. So for transparency purposes, I'm just saying, like, if I was to actually just want to take shots, yeah, you would be probably better off on the Bears. But I expect Matthew Stafford to not play like he did the first 3 quarters of last week against Carolina. They played down to Carolina. Let them stay in the game.
And what did you get for Patriots money line tied with the Rams money line?
I believe that was 14.
So they're both ML money line, or both
Yes.
parlays for you are plus 140.
Yes.
All right, we have the Goracle in business. Broncos plus 1.5. Seahawks.
I believe you're tagged in it, or I may not have it up. I will put it up.
Cool.
I believe it's 114. I just saw the ticket.
Okay, sweet. Thank you,
Plus
Goracle.
140.
Broncos plus 1.5. Seahawks money line plus 114. Patriots money line. Rams money line at plus 114. I popped the Goracle's X handle.
One of them is 111, Jim.
Oh, the second one is?
The first one.
Oh, the first one's 111. Okay,
The
thank you.
first one.
Hit that link and support our guy, the Goracle. The Truth 8425 says, when the Goracle speaks, we listen. Gorky, thank you for jumping on at a different time slot to help out the show where we've lost a couple of cappers with internet issues. So thank you so much, Gorky, my man. Gorky, my friend, any last words for the cappers supporting the show?
Yeah, let's fucking cash, and then let's tune into everything else, including our Monday night live stream. Yes.
Oh yeah.
For the national championship, guys, I'm so excited. But guess what? I'm gonna talk about that all day Monday. So I expect you guys to tune in to the to the Medicate Monday, to Pop Sports Radio pregame, guys, and we will talk all about those games. Now, let's go to the window,
to the wall, to the sweat drip off my ball. Attaboy, Goracle, getting it good, my man. Thank you for rocking with us. We bring on our next guest. Our next guest has never had a losing show with us. We had the drive for 5 in week 18. It was accomplished. Now he's going for 6-0. He is just 17-14 plus 4.41 units. That's a great record. That's a great ROI on 31 bets. And when you have this type of consistency, we want to know what he is on. Please welcome from Windsor, right across the Detroit River, from Detroit City, our guy, the Big Mastro in the house. Big Mastro, what's good, man? How are you?
I'm all right, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm excited to have you back in business. We all love watching you cook, man. You have been delivering the goods. There's my guy Taka in the house. What's happening, man? We've missed you. We also have Talk Sports with JT ready, back in business. Thomas Maggio Stacks has an internet issue, unfortunately, but he's putting his action here in the chat. But he's got an internet issue here. We'll go over his action. But first, we have Big Mastro in the house. Big Mastro, a giant football game popping off in an hour and 10 minutes. We're Mile High, Denver, Colorado. Take it away. How are you getting paid?
All right, so I'm gonna take the Bills money line, and I got a Josh Allen anytime touchdown.
Both make sense. We had MMA Locker Room give out the Josh Allen anytime a touchdown last week. So I'm going to line shop for you for both Bills money line as well as Josh Allen anytime touchdown. Tell us about your bullishness on those two spots.
Josh Allen anytime touchdown it just seems, I don't want to say easy, but fair. You know, this guy always has a chance. You saw last week the team just tried to drive him into the end zone on that one tush push, right? So you just got to just roll with that. And then as much as I liked Jacksonville going into the playoffs, I figured whoever won that game between Buffalo and Jacksonville, they were going to go all the way. So I'm going to ride the Bills, and my nephews are diehard Bills fans. So I'm going to just ride with them so I don't have to hear them jump on me.
You are in business here. Bills money line. This line's moving towards the Broncos. Can get you that Bills money line at plus 110. Just for
nice.
example, I moved on the Bills plus 2.5 minus 121 about 2 hours ago or 2.5 hours ago. That is now minus 118. So it's 3 cents of movement since I bet it. Allen anytime touchdown at minus 115 for the big Mastro, going for 6 straight winning shows. Nary a losing show for the big Mastro. Join us here for our next spot, Big Mastro. We head to Seattle, Washington for our 8 p.m. Eastern game, 5 p.m. Pacific. Lumen Field, Seahawks, 49ers, NFC West rivals. What's your plan here?
Okay, so on the side, obviously, I like Seattle to win the game, but I'm not laying 7. I'm not laying 300 on the money line. It's just outrageous. So I put him in a teaser with the other 4 games and 2 totals. So I took Seattle in the teaser, 6 point. I took Buffalo in the teaser. I took the Texans in a teaser and the Bears. And then I played the over in the Houston Texans game. And I played the over in the Seattle San Francisco game for the teaser.
Oh, okay. So sorry. So I have the 4 sides with the teaser, but you also are teasing the overs in both those.
Yeah, in both Seattle and the Patriots. So it's a 6 event teaser.
Okay, let me 6 point teaser across the board. So let me line shop here and figure out exactly what we will give you. What was the VIG on the 6 point teaser?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on here.
All right,
Just
we
opening
have.
my thing.
So let's just start going
It's
through.
plus 500.
It's a plus 500 banger. Okay, so why don't you start with here the fact that you're teasing Seattle and you're teasing the over, and then we'll move forward from there.
The over is just San Francisco has no defense, and I got it at 44, so I'm looking at 38 points.
Yep.
I like Seattle to get at least 3 touchdowns because the last game they played kind of subpar, but San Francisco, they ain't stopping nobody. Their defense is just riddled, and Fred Warner was ruled out for the game.
Yep.
If he would have been playing, I would have been a little more worried, but I like this to go over. I think 38 points is cheap. And in the Patriots game, I got the line at 40, so I'm getting 34.
Yep.
Everyone's saying that the Patriots are, lucky. They're playing against a weak schedule. You can only play against who you can play against. And these guys, they're playing strong together. I like them to score. So I think those 2 overs. I'm not one big on overs, but I'm going to buck the trend and be contrarian because everybody thinks that's an under game.
All right. So here, so you're going to get Seattle minus 1, Buffalo plus 7.5. You're going to get the
Texans around 9.
Yeah, Texans plus 9. You're gonna get the Bears. The Bears plus 9.5.
That's one less than what I got, but it's good.
You can get 10 because it's right in between.
I got 10.5 because I bet it yesterday, but 9.5 is fine.
No,
not
the
worried.
10 is as legit as
Listen,
the
when we get to the Bears game, you'll know I'm not worried about the Bears.
Bears plus 10 is the legit spot right now. So let's roll on.
I got one prop in the Seattle game though.
Okay,
AJ
beautiful.
Barner.
Let's hear
AJ
it.
Barner anytime touchdown, the tight end.
Yes, this is a look here. Is that we also had a Nut Flush Allen very, very interested in the Barner. A touchdown says the Barner is the guy for.
Oh yeah, and when you get short yardage in the end zone, the guy's always open. It's incredible.
I have a plus 177 spot here for.
Man, 177.
What did you get?
I got 150.
Okay, so we'll use this
Love it.
177.
I'll take the extra 27.
Okay, so we're going to move on here from this game and on to this. I want you to touch on the other two spots, but we have Seattle -1, Buffalo plus 7.5, Houston plus 9, Chicago plus 10, Seattle, San Francisco over 38, Houston, New England over 34, and AJ Barner anytime touchdown here at plus 177. So talk to us about your Houston plus 9 and your Houston, New England over 34 that you've teased here, which you guys can individually tease if you'd like. As well for the old school 2-leg teaser, but take it away, Big Mastro. Texans Patriots.
All right, so in this game that started off, I like as a long shot this Jaden Higgins for anytime touchdown. I'm not gonna lie, I put a whole unit on it. He had a chance last weekend with Nico Collins out and he just dropped the ball, but that was a go ahead touchdown if he caught it. So I really like that. I like the plus 9 because I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. Both defenses are good, but they're going to create short field opportunities where Drake May and CJ Stroud should be able to take advantage of. And then
Higgins anytime touchdown. We got you locked in here for that one. That one is available right now as we speak at plus 325.
And I did something that's kind of square. We don't have to put it on the show as like a legit record, but just to be open and honest, I laid the 3 with the Patriots for a unit, but at the same time, I played the Texans for half a unit on the money line, just because I really do think either team will win. But if the Patriots win, it's going to be by, I think more than 3. So I also played that.
You are in business here, but we're not making that official.
No, yeah, that was just for my own my own side bet stuff on the game. My main look is that teaser play. I really think that teaser is going to pull through. I've only hit like 4 or 5 this year, but I want to say 20 to 21 where I got one game wrong this year because I play a lot of teasers in like different ways.
Let's roll on to the final spot for you here, and it is the Rams Bears. You've talked about being so confident on the teaser leg. Does that mean that you're interested in backing them individually?
I got the Bears money line all day. The Bears are going to the Super Bowl. I put a bet on them halfway through the year to make the Super Bowl because I got a buddy who's a diehard Bears fan, and we're all rooting for the Bears this year just for him. And we call Caleb Williams the acrylic assassin because he paints his nails.
Yeah. Bears money line,
and he's a heavy drinker. So when they get down in the first half, he gets hammered to try and deal with it. And then when they win, he just goes crazy. So we're all pulling for the Bears hard. And you know what? I like what they're doing. And in my opinion, the Rams, they've shown you nothing the last 4 weeks of the end of the year. Besides that, they're just either losing games or getting really lucky to win.
The Bears money line at plus 173 here right now. And what do you think about this total dropping from 51 down to 48.5? Did you have interest in it?
No. See, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be cold. It's going to be this. And the one thing I know about cold and windy is the ball's really hard to catch. So either two things are going to happen. You're going to have deflections that are going to be interceptions, and they might get ran back for touchdowns. And then when the guy's running the ball and the ball is really hard, you either can't hold on to it and you drop it. So going down, it seems like everyone thinks it's going to be an under, but this is another game where I could see them scoring, but I don't want to get involved with it because I like the other two totals a lot better. And I've never been a totals person. I never really like, only in certain situations, like with the Texans and the Patriots. The books know the public think it's going to be an under game, so they're gonna clearly shade it a few more points under than what it should be. So that's why I took the reverse and I took the over, dropping it 6 more points, because in my opinion, I'm not really dropping it 6 points. I'm dropping it like 8 or 9 because Vegas already dropped it 2 or 3 points. Where in this game here, this is just clearly people betting because of weather, thinking that Stafford's some sort of California boy. They forget he played for the Lions for how long? How many games did Stafford play in Green Bay and in Chicago back then? I listened to it on the radio here the last 2 days where everyone's like, he's a California man. I was like, you guys forget he played in Detroit for like 8 years. He played in all the cold weather in Chicago and in Minnesota before they had the dome. It's like people forget what happened.
I hear you. And we watched them last year in Philadelphia in very similar conditions. Play a great game.
Yeah.
Let's review our action from Big Mastro. Great to see.
One more spot. I got the
Yep.
Rams first half money line because the Bears never win. They're always trailing.
Let's get you that Rams first half money line here. It's very expensive.
Is it? What's the spread then?
This -3 for the Rams is -103. -2.5 is -123. -0.5 is -139.
No, do -2.5 is good.
-2.5 and -123 here for first half. -2.5 at -123 here. Let's review Big Mastro's action with AM on the Rams. Great to see Gregorio Ruiz in the house. We got Von Polo. We have Dennis Garcia ready to rock. Dan Kelly. Great to see all of you guys. So we have our guy Big Mastro going for his he's 5-0 with us. NFL Public, going for his 6th straight winning show. He is on a Bills money line +110. Josh Allen anytime touchdown -115. He's on a 6-leg 6-point teaser at +500. Seattle -1. Buffalo +7.5. Houston +9. Chicago +10. Seattle, San Francisco over 38. Houston, New England over 34. And an AJ Barner anytime touchdown, as well as a Higgins anytime touchdown. Bears money line. Rams first half -2.5 here. I'm going to drop our guy Big Mastro's X handle here in the chat. Big Mastro, thank you, my man, for rocking with us and watching you succeed. We've enjoyed very, very much. Any last words for the Cappers supporting the show?
Good luck. I hope everybody gets paid. I am worried a little bit. I'm on a lot of opposite sides of the Goracle, so that always makes me nervous. But that's a part of the game. Everyone having different opinions. And if anybody tailed me saying the Lakers the other night, I'm sorry. I'm officially done with the NBA. I can't stand the product on the court. It's crazy.
I still am enjoying it very much, but I can completely understand why anybody wouldn't be.
I've been winning more of my NHL bets than I have my NBA bets, and I barely bet NHL. But my NHL bets are just the squarest things in the world. I'm betting on the Wings, Montreal, Toronto, betting against Vancouver, like just the square stuff.
Well, fading Vancouver is a gift that we have been given. Big Mastro, thank you, my friend. I just popped your X handle here in the chat. Hit that link. Support our guy, Big Mastro. Thank you, my friend. Go get that cash today, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
There he is, the Big Mastro in the house. We have the Sweaty Butcher figuring out his situation here in Vegas, and we have him live in Vegas. We also have Billy Brisbane ready to rock. And Brizzy, thank you, as it's been a little discombobulated as we've lost a couple cappers due to internet issues. So thank you. Truly thank you for being back there in case anything goes awry. But we have our next guest ready to rock. Our next guest ranked 3rd out of 33 cappers here, 17-11 plus 8.92 units. 17-11, 28 bets, and he's up 8.92 units. We're going to check in live from the South Point in Las Vegas. Let me move this over here back to NFL Pub. Please welcome our guy,
What up, guys?
Man? How are you?
What up, guys? My bad. I'll do it this way. Is that better? Can you guys hear me?
Better. Thank you. It's loud, but that's okay. We can talk over it, my man. How are you? How's Vegas?
My bad. It's doing good, man. It's all right. It's all right. Treating me well.
You saw Jose Bouette. How is Jose?
Not yet. I haven't hit Jose yet. We got in late last night, so I didn't hit him up.
Okay, it's all good, man. Sweaty Butcher coming to us from Las Vegas, Nevada. Sweaty Butcher, let's get right to work here. We got to work quickly to speak over the volume there. So let's get right into the first spot on the board, my man. Bills Broncos, how you get paid?
Bills Broncos here. Do I have this game? No, I don't have this game.
Okay, we'll move right on. Sorry, we will move right on to the next spot. Our Saturday night Niners Seahawks. What's the plan there?
Yeah, I hit the Seahawks. I took the -7. I think Darnold's been waiting for this matchup, waiting for this game, and that Seattle defense is going to shut these guys down. Niners defense is absolutely it's trash. Darnold is going to throw all over the place. I think Seahawks have a big game here and win by double digits.
We have the Seahawks as the first spot on the board here for the Sweaty Butcher coming to us from the South Point in Las Vegas, Nevada. Seahawks -7 here, Sweaty Butcher, which takes us to tomorrow's action. And we start with the Patriots Texans. So you moving on this one?
Yes, sir. There's a prime cut. Take the Texans money line. I posted +155. I hit that online. When I got here to South Point, it was at +160, so I hit it again. I think the Texans defense was a little too much for the Patriots here. Low scoring game. I think it's time for Patriots little fairy tale to end.
Ooh, the Patriots little fairy tale to end. I'm sure that is bothering our guy Nasty Nate as we speak. Texans money line there for the Sweaty Butcher, which takes us to our final game on the board. Butcher, Rams Bears, your plan of attack.
Yes, sir. I'm plain and simple here. I'm taking the Rams -3.5. I don't know if it's a square side or not, but the Bears been getting lucky with these games. I know Rams been getting a little lucky too, but I have to think the Rams are built. They're more playoff built than these Bears are. The Bears are coming back like crazy fourth quarter wins and shit. And I don't really see that happening tonight, tomorrow night. I think the Rams run away with this game. We get to see what everyone wants to see next week, Rams in Seattle.
Yes, we do want to see that. By the way, this line is moving towards San Francisco, so let's start there. I can get you the Seattle Seahawks -6.5 at -118 or -7 at -101.
Let's take the -6.5.
-6.5 here for the official pick from the Sweaty Butcher, -6.5 at -118. And we can get you as well. We can get you the Rams -2.5 -113. Sweaty Butcher, thank you for making time
2.5
from Las Vegas.
Yeah, sorry it's so loud. I didn't realize it'd be so loud.
Hey,
but
it's okay. It gives us a little taste of Vegas that we miss so much.
Yeah,
Butcher, what's
the sports book in the back. We're gonna hang out. I think me and Dutch might meet up, burn one and shit. Watch the game maybe, and try to get some fucking money, man.
That's the name of the game, Sweaty Butcher. Go get that cash. Enjoy Vegas.
Let's go, guys.
It'd be great if you could run into our guy Jose as well. But
I definitely will. I definitely will.
I love it, Sweaty Butcher. Thank you for your time. I dropped your X handle here in the chat. Hit that link. Support our guy, Sweaty Butcher, coming to us live from the South Point, Las Vegas. Don't get that cash, Sweaty Butcher. Thank you, my man.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
There he is. the Sweaty Butcher in the house here, joining us from the South Point in Vegas. We also have our friend Wine Time in the house, and he has announced that the daughter is sleeping. He is a new father. We're so proud of you. Love to Des. Love to the whole family. We're so happy to hear of Wine Time's family growing. Wine Time in the house. He says, love having the butcher behind enemy lines. I do too. I know that it was kind of allowed, but it's still dope to get a little taste, a little feel for what we're all missing not being in Las Vegas. So we have the Sweaty Butcher moving on 3 spots. He's on Texans plus 155. That is the prime cut play of the day. He's on the Rams minus 3.5, minus 113, and he's on the Seahawks minus 6.5 and minus 118. So we head from the South Point in Las Vegas and we cross the continent to South Jersey. Our next guest, one of the stars of our hit show, The Locker Room Talk podcast. Please welcome our guy, Billy Brisbane, to the show. Brizzy, what's good, man? How are you?
Doing pretty good. Excited for today's slate. Got a lot of goodies. So hit some NFL appetizers here.
Well, let's get right to work, my friend. It is great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a ton of action coming in from our cappers in the chat. We also have Sham, the dog catcher's 40th birthday here. So got to give him want to give him a birthday pick here. Maybe you got one for Sham as well, Brizzy. But let's get right to work, Brizzy. We get started mile high. We are now very close, 48 short minutes away from kickoff. Brizzy, how are you getting paid AFC Divisional Playoffs at Empower Field?
Oh, my back. We'll start off with the straight bet here. RJ Harvey, 80-plus rush receiving yards, minus 118 here. I think this number is a little bit deflated just off of the fact that he's had some tough matchups in the last 3 weeks. Each of the last 3 weeks, he's faced a top 10 rushing defense. I think he's going to go off in this game. He's had 20-plus receiving yards in 5 out of 7 games without Dobbins in there. Bills run a 2 safety high coverage, and Bo Nix has the lowest yards per attempt versus that coverage specifically. So I think he's going to throw a lot of dump-offs here. If you look at RJ Harvey's receiving yard prop for catches, it's juiced towards the over at minus 166. So I think RJ Harvey has the ability to bust one open here.
RJ Harvey, we know the importance of running the ball against the Buffalo Bills. We know it very well. We know that the Jags put up 118 yards on 14 carries and stopped running the ball, which made no sense. We know that the Broncos got gashed on the ground last year when these two teams met at Orchard Park. So we know the situation here. At this point, from PFF, they have the rush defense grade for the Buffalo Bills ranked 27th. That is by far the worst of all of the teams remaining. That is the worst of all the NFL playoff teams. Then we have a Broncos rush offense that hasn't been very good. Currently ranked 19th, needs to do more. But we know the importance of it here. So that's how Brizzy is getting his card started here with Bills Broncos. Anything else in Bills Broncos?
Yes, sir. Play number 2 in this game. The first one leads into the second one here. Bo Nix, anytime touchdown here, plus 300. Bills' pass defense has been really good. They haven't allowed 200-plus passing yards in 8 out of their last 10 games, but they have allowed the most quarterback runs of 13-plus yards this season of any team in the league, not even just in the playoffs, just in the league. So I think Bo Nix is going to run one in the red zone here, plus 300. Everybody's going to bet the Josh Allen anytime touchdown prop. But in reality, I think it's going to be Bo Nix finding the end zone here at plus 300. Really good value. And then the second play here is a same game parlay here. Bo Nix over 1.5 passing touchdowns, 150-plus pass rushing yards. And then Cortland Sutton, anytime touchdown here. That's plus 344. If you just wanted to take Sutton anytime touchdown straight, I don't blame you there. Sutton's had 4 straight games of 10-plus targets. While the Bills' pass defense has been good, they've still been getting gashed by wide receiver ones, 107, 92, 84, 146 yards the last 4 weeks. So I think Cortland Sutton has the ability to find the end zone here.
And sorry, Let me just do this quickly here. Yes, so I have that SGP here for you at plus 344, over 1.5 passing touchdowns from Knicks. And then what was the yards of the pass and rush?
150 plus.
Oh, that's nice. You can easily get over that. Over 150 plus pass and rush. And the Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown at plus 344. So 3 spots for our guy Billy Brisbane to attack. Juan Ruiz in the house. Juan, we have missed you, man. That is the OG of the OG low baggers, man. Got to run with him in Miami as well. Brizzy, you are in business here. Anything else in that game, or do we move to Seattle?
We can move over to Seattle. The Seattle one, I hate to be a whimper of Barry with bad news, but we're going real chalk bomby here. FanDuel's got the anytime touchdown boost for any game today. And I would be stupid not to use it on Christian McCaffrey. I mean, how do you not just bet Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown? If the 49ers are going to lose this game, I think they do pay out to Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown here. But just looking at the stats for McCaffrey, it's pretty crazy. 90-plus rushing yards in 6 out of his last 7 head-to-head versus Seattle. So he's been crushing Seattle. Seattle has allowed the 8th most receiving yards towards the running back position. And then McCaffrey's had 50-plus receiving yards in 6 out of 7 games without Kittle. So if you wanted to play Caffrey over receptions, I don't blame you. McCaffrey receiving yards is all good, but I'm going to go McCaffrey anytime touchdown here at plus 100.
And that's with the bonus included.
With the bonus, minus 125 straight up.
Yeah, you can still find it at a very decent price. Minus 125, very, very decent price. CMC Music Factory for our guy Brizzy. Anything else you're hitting in this one?
No, but this kind of ties into the Sunday slate. The Sunday slate, we're going to do a full card parlay here.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hear it. Well, let's start with game 1 here, Brizzy. Texans, Patriots, let's stay in Foxborough, Massachusetts. We've already set this one up. What's your plan of attack?
Going to be a little bit cautious. Is why you got to be in the Discord on player props, because I fired away on a couple of player props in this game a little bit too early. And then I kind of got to the day of, and I was kind of like, this game is like a dead fucking under. I don't want to have any player props in this game. And that's kind of how I feel about this one. This one seems like a dead under. I don't see how you don't take an alt line on the Patriots and hit the under as a same game parlay or a tease or however you would like to do it. But this would be a part of the full card parlay here.
This will be a part of the full card parlay. Well, let's set this one up and look at Wager Detective. Says the 49ers win outright for the Niners. Well, let's get to this Rams-Bears game and discuss the plan of attack as well as any individual action. I know we have the full card parlay, but maybe individual action. The Rams-Bears, take it away.
Full card parlay here is going to be Buffalo Bills plus 11.5, Seattle plus 3.5, over 34.5.
Okay,
New England plus.
Sorry. Can you
My bad.
No worries. I'm got a couple.
Shouts to TJ though. TJ sent the 10-point teaser, and while I love the 10-point teaser, I would like to get plus 200 on my teaser ticket. That's just me. That's just me. But I might lose here. But Buffalo Bills plus 11.5, Seattle plus 3.5, over 34.5. New England plus 8.5, the under 50.5.
Wait, New England. What was New England?
8.5 and under 50.5.
And then the under 50 and a half here. Under
Chicago 16.5, over 34.5.
Okay, sorry. Just let me go. So then the Chicago is
16.5.
16.5. And then what's the last total?
Over 34.5.
Over 34.5. And what does that give you with everything all told?
Plus 200 on FanDuel, no boost.
Plus 200. So this is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game 10-point teaser here. 7 game 10-point teaser. Bills plus 11.5, Seattle plus 3.5, San Francisco, Seattle over 34.5, New England plus 8.5, under 50.5 in Seattle, San Francisco, Chicago plus 16.5 in the over 34.5 here. We have Spenny making moves here with interception parlay, which we'll go over in a second.
I love that.
Talk to us
That's
about
hilarious.
this? Say what, my man?
I said I love that. The interception parlays have been plus EV, man. I feels like every time we're on stream doing the live streams, it's just like pick city.
we've seen so many. We've seen so many interceptions, even with quarterbacks who've been delivering. They still slip up, or there's still a pass deflected, or something of that nature. And we've seen the nuke worker cashing on those so frequently. Anything else for
Jalen Hurts
you?
ruined my PTSD of playing interception props. If you remember the Chargers game, I parlayed the under interception and he threw like 4. I'm not fucking with the interception props anymore.
No, I feel you. We have this big 10-point teaser. Do you want to touch about the teaser? Is there anything else that you're rocking with?
There'll be some stuff I add in the Discord. I'll save everybody their time and stuff like that. Make sure you guys pop up in the Discord. Not only is there going to be some NFL tomorrow, the Australian Open pops off tonight, baby. First Grand Slam of the season. I mean, best sport of the year. I mean, how do you? It would be like if the NFL season was in the fucking playoffs in week 2. I'm in. They're playing for my money. I'm in.
I love it, Brizzy. Let's review action here from Brizzy, and I'm going to pop his X handle here in the chat. Billy Brisbane's on RJ Harvey, 80-plus rushing, receiving at -119. Bo Nix, anytime touchdown, +300. We talked about on Tuesday. Like, I'm not a prop better, but Bo Nix last year when these two teams played led the Broncos in rushing. And I will not be surprised if that's the case here again today. Knicks over 1.5 passing touchdowns, over 150 passing rushing, and Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown +344. So we got those spots here for Brizzy. Then he's on CMC Music Factory anytime touchdown -125, and then he has the big 7-point teaser at +200. Brizzy, thank you, man. I'm gonna pop your X handle here in the chat. Any last words for the Cappers supporting the show?
Yeah, big UFC card next week. Locker Room Talk podcast back on the horizon. It's almost that time of year where we're going to be screaming, "Oh, Patty the Batty!" I can't wait.
That's nice to have you guys back in business, man. There's our guy Billy Brisbane in the house, and yeah, we miss Locker Room Talk podcast. It's been too long since we have the Locker Room Talk podcast rolling with us. Let's bring on our next guest. Another capper who has been delivering the goods, and another capper who attacks a card differently, and that's what's fun. We don't need to take the same route to the bag. He is 28 wins and 35 losses with us, 7 games under 500 and plus units overall, because he goes for big scores and he cashes them. And we're excited to have him here right now. Please welcome a man known for his spectacular college football work, but it's not just college football. Watch him cook here in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Please welcome our guy Kongs Clip. Kong, my man, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, Jimmy. What's up? Happy Saturday, brother. Glad to be in the building. Got some college football around the corner, NFL today. I'm hyped, bro.
Yes, we would love to have you join us pregame on Monday. I know you have the 3 a.m. wake up, so if that's possible, we would absolutely love to have you, my man. Here we go. We got Kong's Clips in the house, and we get our card started in a game that's kicking off in 37 minutes. Talk about going from 0 to 100 real quick. Mile High in Denver, Kong. What is your plan of attack?
All right, so I have Denver. Gave it out on Medicate Monday back in, I think it was July. Denver to win the Super Bowl plus 6,500, 65 to 1 spot. And of course, it comes down to my Bills playing my future. I'm on Buffalo here today, Jimmy. I don't know how much I like my Buffalo side.
Is this a hedge?
It's hard. It's a hedge of sorts. And again, this is my team. I love my Bills. I love Josh Allen, everything he can do on the field. I called it to a T last week. Said if I wanted the team that's going to have the ball late with a chance to win the game, it's Josh Allen. And I feel the same way here. I just wonder if these injuries are going to get involved in them getting a win today. Either way it goes today, I'm a winner, Jimmy. either my future stays alive or my team stays alive. So today, officially for the show, I'm on the Bills money line at plus 102. And then I attack a couple props in this game. We'll start with Dalton Kincaid. I know he's a little banged up, but he's going to have to step up if Buffalo wants a shot at winning this game. So I'm taking Dalton Kincaid 40+ receiving yards at another plus number of plus 100. I just think it's only going to take a couple catches for Kincaid. No, he don't have to have a superstar game to get 40 yards. He takes a lot of stuff over the middle of the field, and usually those are in 15, 20-yard chunks. Couple catches for Kincaid here. I think we cover this number. Another guy I was on last week, didn't give it out officially. Brandon Cooks. I got him at 20+ receiving yards last week at plus 170. He smoked that number. So they raised the number again this week. And I'm going to back him again, Jimmy. I'm on Brandon Cooks, 40+ receiving yards this week. With the troubles at receiver, I just think he's the deep field threat. And he can honestly get this in one catch. We've seen it last week. Brandon Cooks over 40 receiving yards at plus 154. And if I think he's going to get 40 receiving yards, I think he's going over on his receptions. Brandon Cooks over 2.5 receptions at minus 102. And that's all I've got for this game. Go Bills. Good luck to my guys today.
It is a big game in Power Field today, man. There's so many storylines for this, but I couldn't. The one thing is, you have what happened last year. Obviously that's a huge part of it, but you also have this Bills team on a short week. Off their first road victory on the playoffs since 1992, going up against a short week, traveling 2 time zones, and playing a number 1 seed in their first home game in a decade. Now we keep saying, look who you're not competing with. You are not competing against Mahomes. You're not competing against Burrow. You're not competing against Lamar Jackson. So what does that mean? It means you have 0 excuses. And I still feel that way, but this is not easy. My God, going to Jacksonville and going to Denver, I do feel like this is the only thing that I thought going to Jacksonville would be harder than going to Denver. The problem is that you go into Jacksonville in a tough road game, and then you have to play 6 days later against Denver, wearing all that wear and tear from the first game. Who do you think is going to be an easier out here, the Jags or the Broncos?
Honestly, I think it was probably the Jaguars just because of the situation. Josh Allen took a beating last week, Jimmy. I mean, he took a beating. When he had that touchdown and his knee hyperextended, I thought his season and half of next season was done. That was really bad. He's back out on the field on the next offensive drive. How far can that take you? We're going to find out here today. I don't like the Bills' chances today. I'll say that. I'll say I have more faith in my Broncos' future at this point.
Yeah,
That's where
I'm
we're
nervous. I'm nervous, but if any man can do it, it's Josh Allen.
Absolutely.
So in Allen, we trust. We have our guy Kong's clips. Buffalo money line plus 102. Kincaid 40+ receiving yards at plus 100. Cooks 40+ receiving yards plus 154. Cooks 3 receptions minus 102, which takes us to Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington for our next spot on the board. Kong, you have side, total, player prop. This is fun. Let's start with the side, go to the total, and then the player prop. We have Seahawks hosting their rival, the San Francisco 49ers. How you getting paid?
Yeah, Jimmy. So I'm on San Francisco plus 7. I'm laying a little bit of juice here. I've been on this team a few times over the past couple of weeks. I just love the way San Francisco is playing right now. Brock Purdy's kind of in a zone. Do I think Seattle's probably going to win the game? Yeah, I think Seattle probably wins. I just think this is a big number to cover. So I grabbed the points. I grabbed the touchdown. It's minus 120. I think we have a high scoring game here. I think it's going to be a back and forth. And I believe San Francisco gets a cover. Yeah, it sucks. Kittle got injured, but I think that kind of galvanized the team. Kittle come to the locker room after the game and was hyping everybody up. We know they still have Jake Tonjes that's going to come in. He's probably going to get in the end zone this week. It's plus 300. I have personally bet it. I'm not giving it out officially. But when Kittle goes down, this guy gets in the end zone. And plus 300 is a great number. I did realize, Jimmy, that I've given out a lot of touchdown props on this show. Without my touchdown props this year, I'm in like second or third place. So it's put me behind the 8 ball. So I'm going to slow down on the touchdown props. As far as the total goes, over 44.5 at minus 102 is where I'm at. Again, I think it's a back and forth kind of game. Yes, I love this Seattle defense. I think there's a world where even if they kind of shut down San Francisco, this game still goes over. So give me the over. And player prop in this game, Jimmy, I'm on Zach Charbonnet, anytime touchdown at plus money. We got it plus 105. I think Charbonnet finds the end zone at least once. I did sprinkle the 2+ at plus 500. Not official.
So we have San Francisco plus 7 at minus 120. All of this action being tweeted out by our guy Kong's Clips. San Francisco, Seattle over 44.5 minus 102. And Zach Charbonnet touchdown at plus 105, which takes us to Texans, Patriots, Gillette Stadium. Oh, and quickly to my guy Sancho. Sancho, I only have 4 bets so far this week. 4 bets. And 2 of them are in this next game. I have the Bills plus 2.5 minus 121. And I have the Bills plus 2.5 with the Rams money line. And then I just have the first half under and the full game under in the Texans Patriots. That's all I have right now. I have been betting more than a unit on these spots, but that's it at this point. And I'll talk about 2 spots I'm interested in still. But let's move on to this Gillette Stadium, Foxborough, Massachusetts spots, because you've kept this very clean. It's just the side for you here, Kong. Take it away.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm on Houston plus 3. Defense. I think we have a low-scoring game. I hate that Nico Collins is out. I think that would be a huge help in this game. I just think we can get a couple interceptions here. I think we could get a defensive score from Houston, and I think Houston, if they can put up 14 to 17 points, I think they can cover this number. So I'm on Houston plus 3, and that is the extent of my action in this game.
Houston plus 3 at minus 104 here, which takes us to our final spot here on the card, Kong. A massive one. We have Rams, Bears, Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. Tell us about your plan.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm on the Rams here. I think the Chicago has been great. I was on Chicago last week. Grabbed the money line. They get it done. I think the Rams are going to come into here. I've listened to Devontae Adams say, once a Green Bay Packer, always a Green Bay Packer. I think he goes off. We already know he can play in the cold. We know Stafford can play in the cold. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think the LA Rams double result plus 100 is probably the best bet in this game as far as the line getting plus money. And then the LA Rams minus 3.5 at minus 120 is what I was seeing when I put it out. And then after I put it out, I started seeing some 4s. So, yeah. LA Rams minus 3.5, minus 120. LA Rams double result plus 100. I think LA comes in and gets it done. I think they get it done convincingly.
Well, it's music to my ears. Dougie Wise in business. Perfect time to wake up, Dougie Wise, because it's about to go from 0 to 100 real quick, man. Free bands is the Bills -120, a 3-unit max play. There's our guy AOD in the house. Sancho says the whole world on the Bills. We need the cash. Nasty Nate says can't wait for Medicaid Monday. You know, Nate, I can't wait for the Medicaid Monday in San Antonio. That's the one that's a nice way to go to the airport, you know, just destroyed. And I'm looking forward to that. So let's review our guy Kong's clips action and on Pop Kong's X handle here in the chat. Our guy Kong currently ranked 10th out of 33 cappers and can easily fire in because he's had a couple big weeks. Week 2, he went 7-4 plus 6.39 units. Week 17, he went 5-3 plus 5.41 units. We have Kong getting his card started here with Buffalo money line at plus 102, Kincaid 40 plus receiving yards at plus 100, Cooks 40 plus receiving yards at plus 154, Cooks 3 plus receptions at minus 102. We have San Francisco plus 7 at minus 120, Charbonnet anytime touchdown plus 105, San Francisco Seattle over 44.5 at minus 102, Houston plus 3 at minus 104. Rams double result at plus 100. LA Rams minus 3.5 at minus 120. Kong, it is our guy Sham, the dog catcher, here's 40th birthday. And I'm going to put you on the spot here. You have a lot of very exciting action. I'll put you on the spot here. So I want you to dig into your, find your Peter Loshak in you, and we're going to get a birthday pick for Sham, the dog catcher, from our guy Kong's clip. So just to inspire you, Kong, let's get a little taste of this and then deliver the goods. Birthday pick for Sham, the dog catcher, is what, Kong?
Sham, happy 40th birthday, my guy. Halfway through this thing we call life. I'm here to tell you, man, your best bet on the board Monday night, Indiana Hoosiers. Lay whatever you want with them. Go alternate spread. Lay the 8.5 right now. You can get it at a good number. Indiana is the bet. Indiana is the national champion, and that is my best bet by far, probably for the next few months. Indiana Hoosiers get it done.
The Hoosiers from our guy Kong's clips. Kong, thank you, man. I popped your channel here in the chat. Any last words for the Cappers supporting the show?
Yeah, Jimmy, just real quick, I'm going to take a minute of your time. If you see me in the chat and you are disrespectful to me, I will block you. I don't have time for that shit. I'm not going back and forth with you. We're all going to be on opposite sides at some point. Just keep it respectful, man. I love you guys. I'm here to give you guys angles to make money. I've been very profitable on all shows on this network. I love you guys. I'm here as a savior to your bankroll. Just keep it respectful, bro. Love you guys. Kong, I'm out.
There he is. Kong's clips in the house. We have our guy Dutch Boy Fresh going to put a bow on our show today. Our headlining capper here. Old E gifting a Pub Sports Radio membership. Thank you, Old E. And Big Daddy Boom, aka Leon, getting the Pub Sports Radio gifted membership. I will say that I think my birthday pick for Sham is also not today. Yes, I am, Kevin, and I will tell you about it now because we have Dutch joining us here in a couple minutes, so I can take a second here. We are 21 minutes away from kickoff to get this started. But I would say that at this point, and let me just take one last look and see if there's less movement, obviously, on these games that are taking place tomorrow. But I would say that the best spot on the board is the first half under in Houston, New England. They didn't offer 20.5s or 21s. It went right to 20. And I think the first half under in Texans Patriots, as uncomfortable as I have that it hasn't moved that much, I think you need to focus on the opening line, which was very low. Have we seen? I know that we have seen a 19.5 first half because we've had huge weather games in Cleveland. So we have seen some really low first half totals. But for a game that's not moving because of weather, weather's fine. This is an extremely low opener here. Rod Zawacki giving the birthday pick, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line here as well. So a huge shout out to our guy Sham, the dog catcher. Happy 40th birthday. I don't know. All I can tell you is that for me, things started getting a lot better in my life around that age. So I hope the same is with you. Toby Lane, am I on the Bills money line? I am. Not on the money line, really. I'm on the +2.5. I'm on Bills futures, and the 2.5 for me, which is something that we haven't needed for so long in our careers, betting football. It's become pretty important with all these missed extra points. If worst comes to worst here, I am covered with the Bills +2.5. I took the 2.5. That's available really cheap right now. That's available at -118. It is very, very cheap. We do have a pop-in guest as we're waiting for our guy Dutch Boy Fresh. We have a pop-in guest. He was supposed to be with us earlier, but he was having some internet issues, and I don't know where he. We maybe are in Atlantic City here. I'm trying to get a vibe from the background, but let's bring on our next guest. Setting up the camera perfectly. I like it. Sideways. I'm not sure where he's strolling, but let's bring him on. He was supposed to be on here earlier. He's here right now. We do have Dutch Boy Fresh closing things up, but for now, let's bring on our friend, Atlantic City, the boardwalk better, the wager detective in the house. Wager detective, how are you?
Hey, Jimmy, sorry for the internet disconnection. I don't know what was going on there. I stepped outside to go to the liquor store here in Atlantic City. Russo's, if you're ever in Atlantic City, best liquor store in town. Somehow I got reception. I was steaming, boiling mad about 20 minutes ago. Here we are. Let's get into the cap. Let's go to it. I'm sorry for being late. I don't know what happened there. First games first. Buffalo and Denver.
For a second though, can I ask you? Can we get you stationary? Can we get you to there? We go there. Okay, there we go. We can work with this. Okay, let's roll, my man. Let's roll. We have. Let me go over to your action. We have the wager detective joining us from Atlantic City here as well. So let's roll, and we get you started with game one. Game one popping off now in 17 short minutes. So let's go, wager detective. Let's roll. Bills Broncos, your plan.
This stat in this game that really scared me off the Denver Broncos. The Bills are 7-1 under McDermott on the road against the AFC West, but they are 13-13 versus the AFC West under on the road against the AFC West under McDermott. And the Broncos are playing better under Peyton. What he's done with this team is amazing. Denver leads a lot of statistical categories. I know the Bills are going to be a popular bet. I'm going to go against that. And listen, I know the Bills are a solid team. I just think, like you said great earlier, 2 weeks back-to-back. Now you got to go to Denver. You just came from Jacksonville. Now you're going to Mile High. Give me Denver, money line. And I like this game to go under the 45.5 as well.
So let's get this for you. Is anything being tweeted out or am I line shopping?
Everything is up on Twitter. My videos are up as far as how I posted this game. Everything is in my link on Twitter.
Okay, perfect. So
in the videos I posted.
Okay, perfect. Well, we've got action here from the wager detective. Wager detective, can you give me those lines once again that you got on both spots?
The Bills were minus 118, I believe, on the money line. That number has gone up. Now the Bills are a little bit more of an underdog. They were getting plus 100. Now they're plus 102. But it was Denver minus 118 on the money line.
Broncos minus 118, and you're also on the under.
Under, yes, 45, and I believe it was 45.5.
And that is the under 45.5 here for the wager detective. Let's roll on. We have our guy, the wager detective, on Bills and Broncos. 49ers, Seahawks, next spot on the board here for you, my man.
You're going to love this stat. The 49ers are 11-2 under Shanahan. This is all from memory. I'm not even looking at my book. They're 11-2 under Shanahan road versus the NFC West. I know they're banged up. Last game they didn't have Trent Williams. Now they do. I know Kittle's out. I don't care about that. I trust the coach that's 9-4 in the playoffs, and he's 3-0 on the road in the playoffs under Shanahan. Give me the 49ers to win this game outright. I'm calling that right now. I'm calling outright. +7 is a gift. +7 is a gift. Forget about that. I don't trust the Seahawks team. They're great, but they're not going to get away what they got away last time. There was a turnover there towards the end of the game. Cost me that game. The one where McCaffrey fumbled the ball towards the end zone. It was picked up by a defensive back. I think the 49ers get the job done here. And I trust. And by the way, the 49ers are 4-1 under Shanahan on the road against the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks covered the spread. I think they win outright. That line -320 is it's a bat signal that goes off in the sky. It's not right. That line is not right. I don't care how banged up the 49ers are. Give me the 49ers to win this game outright. That's what I'm calling right here. On
49ers on the money line. The best line I can find at a reputable book here, and I think we did this a little earlier. Let me just check the legal books as well. The best line I can find is the +260. Oh no, 270 now. It is a +270 at South Point.
If that doesn't ring a signal to bettors that there's something wrong there, there's heavy money either on Seattle futures that are baked into the line, or people are coming in heavy on Seattle. That line is way off. Now I know Seattle's SRS and their SRS is way better than the 49ers, but I trust Shanahan in this spot. Free money is the +7. I'm going to take it a step further and go with them to win the game outright, as I'm losing battery here.
Do you want both here for our record-keeping purposes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. If I lose one, I could win the other.
We have Rods Wacky saying, bet on Kyle Shanahan on the money line when playing on a Saturday. Shanahan's record as coach of San Francisco on Saturdays is 7-1 here. Let's grab the spread as well here.
And Jimmy, if you can, just add the over to that because I think the game goes over. Too much noise and too much narrative talk about this game going under and the defenses and how they've played against each other twice this year. Recently, the games have gone under between these teams, but if you look at the previous 10 games between these teams outside of their last 10 meetings, 8-2 to the over. I think it goes back to that. I think the last 3 meetings have gone under this total. I think we get back to the normalcy of where this, and if you look at both these teams against the division, home and away splits, it's over. So give me the over as well on that one.
I wish I had the balls. If this was the regular season, I would be on that with you. Now that the playoffs, I'm betting a little more, and I do love it though. And AM bullish on it as well. We can get you that +7 here at -111. We can get him the over 44 at -109. We get him 49ers money line at +270. We have the wager detective in Atlantic City on his way back from the liquor store in motion here. And we move on to our action for Sunday wager detective. So let's roll. We have Houston Texans, New England Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. What's your plan here?
My plan here, I got 2% on my phone right now, so I could blank at any time. So I'm going to just tell you that I trust New England more. The line dictates that. Texas getting +3 on the road just tells me that the books already feel and the public already feels that New England's going to win this game. I think New England's going to win. If you could get 2.5, take New England minus the 2.5. It's 3. I think they probably win by that. It's going to be a sticky game, but I think New England wins the game, and the line dictates it. And I believe that D'Amico Ryans is 1-2 on the road in the playoffs in his career. He's good, but Vrabel's just a little bit better, more experience. And I think the narrative of the New England Patriots having the weakest schedule in the NFL is going to come back to bite people.
Let's get you this. Do you want the – I think we just lost the wager detective here, unfortunately. But I love it. I guess we have to decide now on his behalf if we should give him the 2.5 minus 145. It is very, very expensive, the minus 2.5 minus 145. For those of you guys who are rocking with us for still, because we're 10 minutes towards kickoff, we still have Dutch Boy Fresh, and we also have an appearance from young Jose Bouette, who will be joining us from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's in line right now to get his action down. So there we go. There we go. We have Rod's Wacky, Pats minus 9.5 at plus 220, giving us a final score of 28-18. And Varun saying, what a legend, detective with us on his last 2%. He fought the good fight. He fought the good fight until he could no longer fight. That's the situation here. Let me move this over. Okay. So while we are waiting for our final two guests, let's do a review of all action here. Here we go. We have myself. I have the first half under 20 and the full game under 41, minus 109, minus 110, respectively. I have that in Houston, New England. I'm on the Bills plus 2.5, and I've tied that 2.5 alone with a full over a unit bet. It's 1.5 at minus 121. And then for just a regular unit, I have that tied with the money line on the Rams. And that's it right now. I was telling you guys that there was spots I'm really interested in. Look, I'm really interested in the over in San Francisco, Seattle. It's not impossible here that I'm interested in. I'm also really interested in that first half under. I think the weather conditions are going to be pretty good. I think they're going to be pretty good, honestly, in Chicago. I don't think the wind's going to be that bad. I know it's going to be cold, but I don't think the wind's going to be that bad here. So we do have Jose joining us backstage. He's working on his shot. He just got his action in. So those are my four spots. Very low volume at this point, which I'm kind of surprised or kind of comfortable with here. We have Bo Jackson saying Bears going to surprise a lot of folks this weekend. Varun says stay on for the game, mate. No, I can't, but I will be here. Sunday night football and Monday night for the national championship. These are 7 days a week. It's 7 days a week schedule now for me at this point. But I did promise that I would quickly take the kids up to Chuck E. Cheese, and I did call ahead, and they do have a TV with the football game on. So I'm going to take them up to Chuck E. Cheese and try to put in a little dad time. Let's bring on our next guest. He's coming to us from Las Vegas, Nevada, the backbone, and he can't hear us. So we will just hear him. Here. Please welcome our guy, Jose Snips. Cat Snips, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you?
I am in the BetMGM right now. Sportsbook, obviously.
Nice.
I put my action in. I hadn't put any action in yet. I had to survive poker last night. My poker performance was dog shit. Just reprehensible, just terrible. So the less we speak about that, the better. But Jimmy,
yes,
I've got my guns up today. I'm banging, bang Niner gang. I'm on 49ers money line and +7. I put $40 on each, so you know me. That's almost 2 units on each. But you guys know my unit size. But yes, I'm a San Francisco 49er tonight.
The 49ers here, side and money line and spread here for Jose Bouette. Let's lock this in for Jose and make this official here for our show. What was the lines? What was the VIG, and what did you get it at over at BetMGM?
7 minus 110. Wish we would have bet it last night before everyone knew that Sam Darnold's oblique is ripped off his bone, I guess. And plus 240.
And plus 240 on the money line from Jose Bouette. Jose, what about other games, other action, or is that the only spot you're focusing on?
That's it so far. Yeah, I haven't bet anything else. I'm excited to survive tonight. I've got that wedding in about 2 hours. I think, Jimmy, I'm going to do a first today. Well, two things actually. I'm giving a speech tonight.
Ooh, nice. Have you prepared?
Yeah. I mentally, because I didn't think I was going to give one, but you know me, Jimmy. I'm an over preparer, so I prepared on the flight mentally. just to say, like, what would I do? And then I told my buddy, and he was like, okay, you'll do a speech then. And I was like, oh, fuck. So, yeah, I have an outline of a speech. And I think I'm going to try crab for the first time in my life today.
You have not tried crab before.
No.
Wow, you're a mysterious man. You are a mysterious man here with the 49ers +7, 49ers money line, and the wedding. So, where have you been? What hotel have you been staying at?
I'm at the MGM Grand. I don't know. I'll say this, Jimmy. It's just us talking. It's just us.
Sure.
We were at the Resorts World playing poker last night, obviously, and we were there till 4 a.m. And I walked from Resorts World to MGM at like 3, 4. And obviously, it took me an hour to walk home, 2-mile walk. But I walked so one of my friends could mac on a woman, and I was just not cock blocked him there. So I dove on the walking grenade, to help my buddy out there. It was very funny.
Sure, and you didn't get robbed by street hookers, so all's good.
No, you mentioned the street hookers, Jimmy. Actually, so again, a walking 3, 4 a.m. by myself. This woman comes up to me, clearly a lady of the night.
Sure.
She says, "Oh, baby, come give me a hug." And then I gave her a hug.
Oh no.
And she said, "Oh, bring that fat ass over here," and proceeded to grab my ass. And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna walk away now. I'm gonna walk away now."
And you
So,
walked away with all of your things still.
Yeah. I still did not get robbed, but she firmly grasped my ass cheeks, and I was like, "Okay, well, I guess this is one of those nights."
The highest of highs with Jose Bouette, the highest of highs here. Yes, you heard that right, old working man. Jose, thank you for this Vegas pop, man.
Sure.
Very cool to see you in business, in action. Have a wonderful time at the wedding. Just with the speech, it's very easy. You don't have to be funny. You're already a humorous guy, so just speak from the heart. Like, you don't have to be funny at all. If you actually just speak from the heart and care about it, it'll all work. It doesn't have to be long either. Just take the moment.
That's
own
my
the
main
space.
goal. Keep it short.
Yeah, and speak from the heart. It's real. It's not difficult. I know you're gonna rock it. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful time in Vegas. What's the plan after the wedding tonight? What are you guys gonna get up to?
We have an after party at this place called Old Red. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I was told there's an open bar, and the bride saw my performance at the wedding I was at previously, where my nipples were out, and demanded that I repeat the performance tonight. So don't be alarmed if you receive pictures of my tits later on today, Jimmy. And I also have a 6 a.m. flight back home tomorrow.
Oh, perfect. Just stay up and head to the airport at 3:34. It's perfect. Easy.
Yeah, that's the plan. So it's gonna be a fucking battle tonight. So pray for me.
Look, I'm going to cheer for you, Jose. Go get that 49ers cake, man. Go get that 49ers cake. I will live vicariously through you. Get that cash. Jose, thank you for rocking with us. Any last words for the Cadbury supporting the show?
I also bet Khalil Shakir over 4.5 receptions earlier in the week, but that's dummy juice now. So it don't have to be official, so I'll be rooting for that as well. Nice to see everyone in the chat. I turned my phone this way so I can actually see the chat here. It's nice to see everyone. Shout out to you guys. I miss doing the shows and hanging out with you guys, obviously. Except for Justin McKelvey, who made fun of my dog's name and now is my life enemy. So shout out to you, Justin. Good luck to everyone else, and we'll see you guys hopefully soon.
There he is, young Jose Bouette, coming to us live from Las Vegas. I know Dutch is trying to get here. I saw him try to pop in. A lot of internet issues for our cappers here today for whatever reason. But we are 1 minute away from kickoff. 1 minute away from kickoff, so we can do a quick review. But I know Dutch is trying to get on with us here, which we'd love to have him. He's been an absolute beast and so consistent this year on our program. So we'll see if he lights that camera up while that's happening. Truth Teller just bet Josh Allen 2 passing touchdowns plus 150. I'm on the Bills plus 2.5 minus 121. I'm curious to see Well, I saw that it moved to minus 118. We're almost at kickoff, and let's see what that. Oh, it's got to be better now. The Bills plus 2.5 is minus 116. So it's moved 5 cents. So we do have late money moving towards the Denver Broncos here. Don't worry. Truth is, it's kind of like the Broncos here, waiting for some points or a better number. Maybe we shall see that game kicking off here any second. Let's do a review of all action here. I just talked to you guys about my action. Let's talk about Bobano. Bobano on the over 45 in Bills Broncos. Bills plus 1.5 minus 105. He's on the 49ers plus 7.5 and minus 120. And he's on Texans team total under 19.5 minus 114. The over 48 in Rams Bears and LA Rams team total over 26.5. Salty Pete Bills plus 8. Seattle minus 0.5 is his teaser. He's on Prentice anytime touchdown at 20-1 as well. He's on defensive special teams touchdown. And he swept the board last week. Defensive special teams touchdown in the Niners Seahawks game. That's at plus 260. He's on the Texans plus 3 at plus 100. He's on the under 44.5. in Rams Bears. I will keep talking about action here from Cappers in the chat, but we have our final guest ready to rock and headline this bad boy. We'll move quickly. I know we are up in Adam in the Bills game, and I know the game means a ton to him, but without further ado, please welcome our next guest, currently ranked 5th out of 33 cappers on the show, coming off a 4-2 plus 2.7 unit wild card spot. Toby Lane saying Bills being so public and still an underdog, not scary, Jim. No, it's very scary. So I'm very uncomfortable with it. But I'm trying not to focus too much on the market, on the public side of things here, which is very, very difficult. Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. Please welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, our guy Dutch. Boy, fresh. Dutch, what's good, man? How are you?
Jim, my friend. Sorry about that, my man.
You're muted, man. Oh, there we go.
The internet wants to fuck up on me, so I don't know, man. It's craziness. Big day, though. Big day, my man. This Bills game is about to pop off. Let's start real quick here. I'm on the Bills, man. I'm on the Bills plus 100, and I got them with the Josh Allen anytime touchdown plus 210. We talked about it earlier in the last week. He's the best thing going, ladies and gentlemen. And if you didn't watch him against Jacksonville, this boy got turned the fuck. He got bent, turned this way, that way, and he still got the fuck up and got the job done. If you listen to him after the game, I mean, he wasn't satisfied whatsoever. And, you know, these two teams, Jim, played last year, right? 31-17 in the playoffs. They were down. They beat them in Buffalo, the Broncos. They were down. They gave the Broncos a 7-point lead in that game, and Sean Payton in the second quarter did a fake punt and converted it. They still come back to score 31 straight against these boys in that game. 20-26. Allen was 2 touchdowns, 46 yards on the rushing, and most importantly, Cook 120 yards rushing on 23 carries. I think simply this rush defense of my Broncos a little overrated. The 3 good running backs they've seen this year, Taylor averaged 6 yards a carry from him. Jacobs averaged over 6 yards a carry from him, and Barkley averaged over 5 yards per carry. If you really look at the schedule, I'm not going to break it down because we're short for time. It's a little bit more of the schedule results in that defense. Now we do got some guys that can get to the fucking quarterback, and Patrick Surtain is one guy you do not want to try. But at the end of the day, our middle is a little suspect, and I think our run defense isn't as good as the numbers shall say. I look for James Cook to have a better day because they didn't run for shit against Jacksonville and still found a way to get it done. Ran for 79 yards against the Jacksonville Jaguars on 26 carries. A lot better effort I expect today. Josh, don't turn the ball over. This is the way I see the Broncos winning the game. If Josh literally turns the ball over 2 times and they shut down James Cook, I don't think it happens. And I don't think the Broncos, from an offensive perspective, can exploit the weakness of the Bills, which is the run defense. We just don't have it. We just don't have it. He's a good guy. He's not a fucking durable back. I mean, the run game's just not there. We're average on the running game. It's going to be on Bo, and I just don't think it's going to happen. So I got the plus 210 anytime touchdown with Josh Allen money line parlay. I got a teaser with the Bills plus 7.5.
I love it. I love it, Dutch. I love it, man. Your internet's freezing a little bit, but we can hear everything. You're a little. It shut you down right there.
Am I
but
back or what?
Yeah, you're back. You're back. Beautiful. It's been fine. It's been fine. Right. It just froze for a second. It's been fine. Bills. Josh Allen.
Go ahead.
Bills and Josh Allen anytime touchdown plus 210. Bills money line at plus 100. The Bills won the toss and deferred, so the Broncos have the ball. I personally don't like deferring if you don't have a monster defense. I don't. I want give me the ball. Let's get the momentum. But
I disagree. I
Yeah.
disagree, Jim. Like I think it's a second half. You come out, you can make big time adjustments, especially if you get the ball. You can get that real momentum, as the Bills like to do right before half, and then they come out and get the ball to start the second half. I didn't like it when I seen we're short for time, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but I do disagree a little bit with that.
No, it's all good. Yeah, no, dude. I got so angry when San Francisco deferred against Seattle. I was like, come on, get some momentum. And what happened? I mean, the Seahawks go down and score, and the 49ers never had any momentum at all in the whole game and lose 17-3. So that's just fresh in my hand. They won the toss.
I don't think the Bills are afraid of the Broncos defense or offense, excuse me. Everyone's saying how bad this Bills, their pass defense is pretty damn good, right? They made some plays against Trevor Lawrence. They're going to get to the quarterback. It's going to be on Bo's shoulders today, and I just don't think the young man's ready for it. Sean Payton's a hell of a coach. The Broncos definitely got the home field advantage and the coaching edge, but I'm going with the Bills Mafia, Josh Allen, anytime touchdown. I think it correlates. There's value there, and I do have the Bills on a teaser plus 7.5. With our later game, which we can get to right now. The Seahawks really I got in that game, Jim. I got the Seahawks as a pick 'em with the Bills plus 7.5 in a teaser, and then I also have the Hawks parlayed with the Rams at plus 100. Just think this is a really bad spot here for the 49ers. I think 12th man will be fucking about as insane as it's going to get on a Saturday night in Seattle. Darnold kind of got that big game monkey off his shoulders a little bit, and I just think that 49ers defense is too depleted. Bad spot here. Hell of a game they played against the Philadelphia Eagles. Travel, all that. This is a spot here where I don't think the Hawks come out rusty, and if they do, I think they got a good enough defense to bounce back and pretty much pick their number against this suspect San Francisco 49er defense. So I just took it money line, a little scary there, and teased it.
So we have the Seahawks at a pick'em Bills plus 7.5 minus 120, and then it's the Seahawks Bills money line parlay.
No, sorry, no. So Rams and Hawks.
Rams and Hawks. My bad. Rams and Hawks
plus 100.
Plus 100.
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't tell you the Rams yet, but yeah. So
no, it's all good. No, your money, man. Seahawks pick'em Bills plus 7.5. And Seahawks Rams money line parlay. We've got Cappers agreeing with you that you should take the ball in the second half. If you don't have a defense, for me, I just want the momentum.
Why you say the Bills don't got a defense? And not to mention when the Broncos, they don't have the best offense, so it makes the Bills defense look a little bit better. No, I mean, we'll see. We shall see. But I don't think they're going to be able to run against Buffalo. So how the fuck are they going to really move the ball consistently? So I'm
on the Bills. I'm on the Bills too. So it's not like I just, You
just want to see Josh. I'm not mad at that.
I fear momentum. Now, maybe Josh Allen is at a point where he will create his own momentum. Just don't have any concerns, and maybe he's at that level. It's very legit.
The same exact thing last year with the Bills, man. They didn't have no receivers, and I just think, my wife's like, man, you betting against the Broncos? I'm like, I had to do this last year when I rode the Bills against Baltimore and everybody, right, Jim? And then they go up against Kansas City. And my boy, I just knew it. Kansas City was a better team. And I believe I came on and it was Kansas City, So money's more important to me than the fandom by any means.
No doubt. I'm right with you there. We have Seahawks Rams moneyline parlay. Seahawks pick'em Bills plus 7, which takes us to Sunday. Dutch Boy Fresh Texans Patriots at Gillette Stadium. I'm very interested to hear your plan of attack. Take it away.
Yeah, big shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna wrap this up soon so we can go enjoy some football. But yeah, there's levels to this shit, Jim. And I'm gonna be honest with you. From the coaching staff to the quarterback, and definitely not the defense. But hey, these boys, they're on another level, in my opinion. They didn't even play well against the LA Chargers, excuse me. They didn't even play well. Now, defensively, they definitely did. It's a top 10 defense against the rush, top 10 defense against the pass. And CJ, you better watch that ass. They're coming for you. They are coming for CJ. They know he shook. Pittsburgh gave him a pass. If you watch that game, I'm a little partial because I was on Pittsburgh, obviously. Did have CJ over the interception. But this guy ain't it. Now you're without Nico. I mean, Christian Kirk going to have another game like that? I just don't see it. In the cold. I mean, our boy CJ got more turnovers on the road than they got road games this year, Jim. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a long Sunday afternoon for CJ Stroud. Defense, keep them in a little bit. When you're on the field, as much as they're going to be on the field, they're going to tire out. And I think in that second half, the Patriots put them away. But I think it's start to finish, really, Jim. I don't think this one's too competitive. Maybe a little bit of a slow start, or maybe the defense is a little juiced up early. But I think by second quarter, the Patriots will find their way. They didn't really play well. May didn't have a great game. They didn't run the ball very well. I think they show out here against Houston at home in their second game under Vrabel here in a playoff game. A double result here, plus 100. I didn't tweet any of these out, so if you can give me a better number. But I got double result Patriots here. I like it a lot. Also parlayed the Patriots with the next game we're talking about here. So I got the Patriots money line and the Patriots double result plus 100. Thanks, CJ's in for a fucking long day. Patriots do enough offensively, but really win this game defensively.
I can get that Patriots double result right now at Bet365 at plus 135. Plus 135 for the Patriots double result. And you bet that now at 365. Patriots double result plus 135, which leads us into our final spot here on the show. Dutch, thank you for making time with us. I know it's such a busy day. It means a ton to us. A bunch of cappers fighting the good fight to rock with us. Rams, Bears, our final spot. We've already heard that we have the money line parlay with the Seahawks and the Rams. Let's see what we have here, because we already got the hint that the Patriots were going to be used with one of these teams. Take it away.
Yeah, shout out to my guy, Mr. Trifecta in the building, Collins Clips. I see you guys. Pat Bryant injured already, one of the receivers, and he was playing some good ball of late. Yeah, I'm on the Rams here, Jim. You know I'm very high on the Rams. I did not like what I seen last week against the Carolina Panthers, specifically more second half, and specifically on the defensive side of the ball. But I'm very high on the Rams. I think this might have been their scare that they got, and I think the Bears have peaked. Honestly, I mean they got lucky as fuck. Hell of a comeback. Ben Johnson, hell of a year. But the story will end on Sunday. Rams rush defense, top 10. Top 10 didn't look, I think this rush defense will show up on Sunday. They only allowed 83 rushing yards to the Packers against the Panthers. That secondary is getting a little bit beat up there. But, I mean, the Bears, Ben Johnson, he's going to want to go in there and try to establish the run. I just don't think you're going to be able to do it against this Rams front. The Bears 93 yards against the Packers, 3.3 yards per carry. I'm just not seeing it carry over here. Williams didn't play great, 50% completion rate on 48 attempts, 2 interceptions, a QBR of 71.6. And now you're going Matthew Stafford coming into town. What, you're going to tell me because the cold is going to shut this boy down? I don't see it, Jim. I do not see it. Was going to go double result here, but I kept it light. I like the Pats money line with the Rams money line plus 135, and I'm sure you could give me a better number than that.
I can't actually. The book that always gives the best numbers is only giving a plus 136. So that's a good sign. Yeah, sure. That's a good sign.
I think the Bears are in trouble. I think the Rams have to play a better game all around than they played in Carolina. But I'm not mad if you guys want to get cute with the Bears 4.5. That was probably a good number. Now 3.5 is still there, I guess. But I just think the Rams are a better football team. Give me Matthew Stafford. Give me McVay. Ben Johnson is a hell of a coach, but I still think McVay's on another level. So the Rams win this football game.
And our opportunity to live bet it just went away. Wow. Okay. So right now it's a 4th and 1 for the Broncos. You guys can let us know if they're deciding to kick that 3.5.
Oh, they're going for it, and they probably won't get that.
Okay,
they have trouble for it. Bo might get that.
Okay, let me just get this here so I can live bet it at the first opportunity here.
Got 0 on this first one. On the 3rd and 1, you got 0. They shut him down. Go ahead.
So here we go. I'll just call this very quickly. It's a 4th and 1 here for the Bills. I also want to cover the odds so I don't see what happens here. All right, we got the 4th in inches here for Bo Nix at the 17. We'll put a bow on the show right after this, but let's see if we get that opportunity. Oh, yeah, very easily. Very easily. All right. Very, very easily. So the 3.5. So I'm going to live bet the Bills I'm not going to take the 3.5 minus 125 right now because if the Broncos get in for 7, I think this is a great live betting opportunity for everybody. So we'll see how this bangs out here. Dutch, thank you, man. This means a ton to me. You always have my back. It means so much. The star of Medicate Mondays, Dutch Boy Fresh. Patriots Rams plus 136. Patriots double result plus 135. See, did you tweet out Seahawks Rams?
I didn't tweet out anything, no.
Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't tweet out anything.
Okay, good. Then let me do this here. Let me get you the Seahawks Rams. Oh, no, that's the same. I got plus 102. I'll give you the.
Right.
Oh, my good God. We have a massive play going on in Denver. An absolutely massive play. I want you guys to see it. I can basically tell you that you're not going to get a chance to live bet the Bills. I'll wait till Dutch has seen it. Let me know when you have. Absolutely.
Bills making plays on the defense? Come on,
yeah.
man. Flag on Bills? Flag,
we had to wait till they got down to the 5, but I'll take it.
Is there a flag or no?
Oh, damn it. There's a flag. Oh, God. Of course. Offside on the Bills.
Oh, my God.
On Ogunjobi. Oh, yeah. Idiot.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Whatever. I don't think this is the end of the world. I mean, obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but
no.
I don't think this is the end of the world.
Bills can get down 14 in this game, and this game ain't over.
Well,
we can say that right now. But also, don't count out the Broncos because they've showed that they've got, fucking, 9 lives in the NFL after, but go ahead, Jim.
Oh, I'm going to keep live betting them, though. Every chance. Every time the Broncos score, as long as
I'm telling you right now, I don't think for 4 quarters the Broncos will be able to successfully rush the ball against the Bills. Bo Nix come right down 5 of 5 from the field or throwing the ball. So, looking good early. So we'll see. It's going to be a great game. It's a pleasure being with you, Jim. Apologies, man. I got to work on Saturday. Sometimes things overflow a little bit. It seemed like it was kind of just a domino effect there. But a pleasure being with you. Everyone in the chat, man, let's enjoy this weekend. We got hell of football games today, 2 hell of football games on Sunday, and it ends on Monday with the national championship. So hopefully I'll see all the real ones. Medicate Monday, 12 p.m. on the East Coast. 9 a.m. right out here on the fresh side. Jimmy, enjoy the weekend, my friend. I'll be tuning in to some of your live streams, my guy. So
I love it. Thank you so much, Dutch. Means a ton to me. I dropped Dutch's X handle here in the chat. Please support our guy, Dutch Boy Fresh. It's been a wild show. Thank you guys so much for being a part of all of this here. I've got that was unbelievable. I mean, that's got to be a touchdown. I mean, when the player misses a play like that, I mean, that's just horrific. Right through his arms with everything on the line here. Let's do a final touch on all of the action here. We had left off. We were at the last time when I gave you guys the breakdown of everybody's action. We had talked about Salty Pete's action coming off that 5-0 perfect spot. This is a big third down, 3rd and 6. Bo Nix goes back. And the nada. Those 3.5s are gone. No chance for the 3.5 here. Yeah, Coin, that was a perfect throw, a perfect toss, a perfect situation here. All right, so let's keep reviewing and then put a bow on the proceedings. Wager Detective gave us Broncos minus 118. I asked if he was going to make the others official in the chat. I don't know if he did. Did I get it? Wager Detective. Yes, he did. A Patriots minus 3. Okay, you just wanted the Patriots minus 3. Okay, that's dope. Okay, I got you. All right, we have a 3-0 spot, so there's no opportunity to live bet. I guess, anything over 3, but I thought the Broncos were going to stuff it in there. Underbettors got to feel pleased about what they just saw. That live total's at 45.5, and we have the spread at 2.5. The money line for the Bills right now, minus 105, so very little change there. Very little change. So let me just move the Wager Detectives Patriots to minus 3. And thank you, Wager Detective, for fighting the good fight to be with us. That minus 3 is at minus 119 right now offshore. So minus 3 at minus 119 offshore. LJ from H-Town focusing solely on Texans Patriots gave us Drake May interception minus 109. Woody Marks anytime touchdown plus 160. Texans plus 3.5 minus 115. Texans money line plus 160. Patriots team total under 21.5 minus 120. Then move this over here. Then Big Mastro he's had 5 shows with us. He's won all of them. He's been in the black in every single one. Can you make it 6 in a row? That's the question. On Bills money line, Josh Allen anytime touchdown, plus 110, minus 115 respectively. He's got his teaser. It's a plus 500. It's a 6-point teaser, 7 spots. Seattle -1, Buffalo plus 7.5, Houston plus 9, Chicago plus 10, Seattle, San Francisco over 38, Houston, New England over 34. He also is on AJ Barner anytime touchdown. We have our guy Nutflush Allen talking about hammering those AJ Barner props. He's on Jaden Higgins anytime touchdown plus 325. Bears money line plus 173. Rams first half -2.5, minus 123. Sweaty Butcher gave us the Seahawks -6.5, minus 118. Texans money line plus 155. Rams -3.5, minus 113. Brizzy gives RJ Harvey 80 plus rushing receiving. Bo Nix anytime touchdown. Knicks over 1.5 passing touchdowns, over 115.5 passing rushing, and Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown. Then he gave us CMC Music Factory of Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown minus 125. He used the boost for that. Then he has a huge 10-point teaser. It is a 7-spot, a 7-game 10-point teaser. Bills plus 11.5, Seattle plus 3.5, San Francisco, Seattle over 34.5, New England plus 8.5, under 15.5 in Seattle, San Francisco, Chicago plus 16.5, and the over 34.5. That's plus 200. By the way, spending penny bombs on Knicks, Purdy, Darnold, Stroud, Caleb, interception, parlay it just under 20 to 1. Dutch Boy Fresh gave us Bills money line plus 100. Bills, Josh Allen anytime touchdown plus 210. Seahawks pick 'em, Bills plus 7.5 minus 120. Seahawks, Rams plus 102 money line. And then he's got Patriots double result at plus 135. Patriots, Rams money line parlay plus 136. Kong's Clips in the house. He gave us Buffalo money line, Kincaid 40 plus receiving, Cooks 40 plus receiving, Cooks 3 plus receptions. San Francisco plus 7. Charbonnet anytime touchdown. Seattle, San Francisco over 44.5. LA Rams double result. LA minus 3.5. And the birthday pick for Sham, the dog catcher, is Indiana. Then the Goracle, Broncos plus 1.5, Seattle Seahawks money line plus 111. Is on Patriots money line, Rams money line plus 114. Jose gave us the 49ers plus 7 and the 49ers money line at plus 240. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Nasty Nate, Wager, Detective, Big Daddy Boom, Coin, West Up, my man Abel Alvarez in the house, Kevin Lee, Irish King, Harold Williams, Chris Warren. Not a bad run back. Wham Bam 3000 in the house. We got Lab Zanaim. Lab Zanaim is on a little Jordan anytime touchdown. Lab Zanaim. I gotta. The more you rock with us, Lab, I'll figure out how to pronounce that properly. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Thank you for the support of Pub Sports Radio. We are live Sunday night live stream. We are live on Monday night for the national championship. Come rock with us, man. And soak in these last few games of the NFL season. When Sunday's over, just 3 games left. Good luck to those of you in the confidence pool as well. On behalf of all of us, Pub Sports Radio, thank you. And now let's go get this motherfucking money, man. Get this money, man. Leche. Hey, Los bookmakers, man. Get that cash.
From down south, where we ride on clouds. From down south, where we ride on clouds. From down south, where we ride on clouds. From down south, where we ride on clouds.
Pub Sports Radio's the crew, that's a fact. We all about bread, making bank accounts fat. Who the hell is that? LJ from the H. I stack green like Boston, shout out to Nasty Nate. From down south, where we ride on slab. 420 highway smoking with that boy Gabby Cap. Fly out to Denver for the Nugget fans so we can smoke out J Money, cause you know that's our mans. Us against the bookies, put money in our pockets. Fly out to Vegas, meet up with Ski Crockett. Hit the sports books, we got money to stack. Can't forget them college picks with that boy Conor Mack. Call up Dutch Boy, cause you know we stay fresh. What's the strain of the day, homie? Watch the daily sesh. Roll up a paper plane, light up a sparkly. If I need a strikeout prop, we gon' holler at Sharpie. Cross over to the West Coast and holler at Fam. If we talking NBA, I got to hit Trot Wham. Always tapping in, money's what we trust. If I need a team total, gotta hit Nut Flush, cause I'm Bishop of Bay, smoking straight to the chest. Gotta fly out to the Beta, homie, Moose Money Bets. From Brooks to West, cash checks what we do, cause I'm hoop banging with Boss and the OG Rad. do. If we need it under, I gotta hit no nose. If I ladder my prop, I gotta holler Big Show. Now we back to the East Coast for Nicky Fish tanks. We watching UFC, keeping money in the bank. Die Hard and Danny Betts and the whole damn crew. Nick's the only guy I know can drink a brew or buy his shoe, but hey, that's what he do. It is what it is. I can't forget that Jersey boy, that homie Billy Breeze. If I need an ice pick, I go to Ontario, holler my ice guy, Ian Bourbano. And if I need some advice in trying to cash, tune into Peter Loshak and Jimmy the Bag. And hit that like button, make sure that you smash it. The famous words of razor sharp picks, cash it. I'm on my poker shit, stacking my chips. If we ever lose a bet, man, we never gon' trip. Cause I'm Mike Knight M, pimp slap player of the day. Ron Crawford spreadsheet, what more can you say? It's how we stay paid each and every day. Can't forget about the producer, say hey Jose. Tell your mother, your father, your son and your daughter, cause nothing's going down without the Don Jeff Slaughter. All you low baggers, hold it down in the chat. If you missed all that, the remix will be back. Yeah.